Good evening and welcome to tonight's Boise State Esports broadcast. I'm your host, Jacob Jim Mountain Palmer, joined by Michael Fish Fisher, and tonight we have got Rocket League for you tonight. And I am not kidding when I say we have Rocket League for you tonight. We have 4 whole matches to get to. It's going to be a long haul tonight. Fish, our first match is going to be going up against Concordia, and the first on a very long road for Boise State.
Yeah, we have a lot of Rocket League ahead of us there, Jim Mountain, but it should be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to all the games we have tonight. Hey, there's nothing wrong with playing double the amount of usual video games on a Monday night.
I mean, there's nothing wrong, especially for the players. I just don't know if my voice is going to be able to have that strength to do 4 games in a row. But we'll push through here, and hopefully the action that we see will be exciting enough to warrant such a long broadcast. And I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens either. I'm sure the action will be enough to warrant it. It might even be too much action as you hit the 2, Jim Mountain. We'll have to see by game 4 if either of us are able to keep talking. So, maybe we're hoping for just 4 straight 3-0s for Boise State so we can save our voice all the way to the end.
As I have said earlier, we are going to be going into 4 Rocket League matches right now. Despite what you might see on the Twitch title right now, hopefully we can get that fixed in the Twitch stream, just the title and the game we are playing. But we are playing Rocket League tonight. 4 matches starting with Concordia. Actually, if you're interested in the full lineup, it is going to be Concordia, if I'm looking at it right now. Concordia, and then Florida Southern, and then MSOE, and then San Diego State University. So much to get to tonight, starting with this first match, Boise State versus Concordia in Rocket League tonight. The first of 4 matches on this Monday night, Fish.
Yeah, this is going to be a jam-packed Monday. I'm definitely excited for it. So, I'm just ready to go. I'm ready for a bunch of Rocket League matches. I'm ready for 4 Boise State victories, and I'm ready to have a good night, Jim Mountain.
Yeah, hopefully that night can get off to a good start. I do believe I hear the sound signaling the start of the match. This is the first game right now versus Concordia. Boise State in the blue, Concordia. Actually, Boise State in the orange, excuse me. Looks like we're going to be going with the squad of Cosmo Buster, Baynock, and Tacky Dude. Definitely a squad that we have seen dominate in the past. So maybe they can pick up where they left off and pull out a big victory, but not if Concordia has anything to do about it. They are going to be able to get a shot on goal. Cosmobuster credited with the save. Boise State still yet to find a clear in this first match. Baynard plays it over Big C, but Grimes is going to come right in, play it above the goal, rebounded off his own shot. Cosmobuster coming in with the shot there right off to the right of the goal in an open net, but the angle is not going to work out for them. Baynard tries to center it up. Here it comes, and unfortunately Boise State is not going to be able to follow that up.
No, they aren't going to be able to follow it up. Now we're going to have to see if they can get the clear. Baynock able to play it around 1, able to play it around Crims as well. Right to Cosmo Buster, shot on goal, just going to go wide, however. It will be cleared away by Concordia. Now we're going to see Green Echo there, trying to play it around 1. Crims going to get the demo on to Tacky Dude there. Cosmo Buster going in reverse, not able to play it around Big EZ. Baynock now rushing down into the corner. Crims is there. Neither of them really get a good hold on it off the wall. Shot on goal by Cosmo Buster, but a huge demo on attacking him. He was that 3rd man in the rotation, so he couldn't follow up that shot. Biggie's now in the corner. Crims comes charging in as well, but Baynock will play it over him. Baynock now stalling out in the mid, going to put a pass over to Tacky, pushes it down into the corner there. Going to be disrupted though, and Concordia going to get a clear. Good job though by Cosmo Buster to turn that away. Crims though with the follow-up. Going to be turned away by Tacky, but Crims with an excellent play. 3 hits on that play, and he's going to score the first goal.
Yeah, that definitely had the makings of a clear from Tacky. It had the speed. The Crims came right in and was able to stop that clear right in its tracks, pushed it into the goal again, and Tacky was already in the corner. Too far away to keep on saving, so Boise State is going to be down 1 in this match. As off the initial contest, Boise State is going to find it in their territory again. Concordia doing a great job with the sky control. Cosmo Buster credited with the save there. Grimes going to be credited with that shot on goal. Boise State still looking for a clear. Here comes Baynard, who's going to pass it off the wall before one of his teammates can get to it. Grimes is going to come right in and keep it in Boise State's territory. And watch out here, shot on goal off the left post, and the follow-up by Big C is going to find it for Concordia's second.
As you can see there, unfortunately for Boise State, Tacky just couldn't get back in time to turn that one away. And there's only so much you could do off of multiple shots if you're the lone goalkeeper. So Boise State in the early hole, see if they can recover here on the 50-50 ball. Gonna get tied up in the mid. Tacky gonna try and cheat it out. His shot on goal just goes to the left though. And unfortunately, Big Z is gonna get the clear down. Baynock now going to push it down into the corner. Cosmo Busters there, at least to keep it away from member of Concordia, but it does go back to his half. Green Echo going to keep it away from Tacky Dude. Now a demo is going to go out on a Cosmo Buster in the corner. Shot on goal, going to be edged to the right. Baynock with a huge save and a whiff on the follow-up there by Concordia. A 2-0 game. Tacky now going to clear it to midfield. There's Baynock. Tacky waiting, going to put it up in the air for Cosmo Buster. Just runs out of boost, unfortunately, so sort of stalls out. Tacky able to put it over to the corner. Cosmobuster comes racing in. Baynock's shot goes far to the left into the other corner. Crim's able to clear it off the wall. Tacky not quite able to get to it. And it is going to bounce over Cosmobuster as well. He won't get it on the second effort. Big C now in the corner. Tries to play it around Baynock, though. He does a great job stealing that one away.
Now Boise State desperately needs to try to find some sort of goal to get some sort of momentum to finding the equalizer, but Big C is going to play it right around him over to Grimes, who pushes it over into the corner, and now it is heading back to Concordia. Maybe this is the side control Boise State need as Baynock tries to center it up, but Concordia is going to come right in and stop the Broncos winning a shot on goal, and demo Baynock and might try to get some sort of counter-attack into a goal of themselves. Not if Tacky Doo is going to be able to clear this ball. It's stopped by Big Z. There you go. Baynock able to get the big clear. He's looking for a shot on goal off the right post. Followed up by Tacky Doo, and there you go for the Broncos.
Yeah, just a great job by Tacky Doo, waiting in the perfect spot, able to play it right off that rebound there. Put it up in the top of the goal where nobody's able to get it. Great job by him to get Boise State back within one now. 50-50 balls. We see Cosmo Buster. Baynock racing for it. Going to be stolen away, though, out into the corner for Concordia. They will fall back at Baynock. Gets the full boost. Tacky now comes racing in. Runs right into Big Z, though. Stops all of his forward momentum, allowing Crims to get to that ball. Baynock now bouncing around in the corner. Ball bounces over one, but Big Z is there. Tacky's going to try and put a centering pass on. Crims, though, in the goal, able to push it away. Cosmo Buster down in the corner. Baynock able to knock Crims off the ball. Tacky's there to keep it on the side of Concordia. Cosmobuster plays it around a couple. Balls go off the back of the wall. Their follow-up shot by Baynock just going to be pushed out of his reach, unfortunately, by Concordia. With time ticking down, they might be able to get it clear, but that ball bounces over Big Z. So Boise State now has a chance. They can regroup.
But they don't have a lot of time to regroup. They only have about 30 seconds. And Boise State's going to set up for Cosmobuster. He finds the equalizer. 28 seconds left. It looks like we could be going into overtime in the very first game. But Boise State also has some time to score another goal, playing over all three members of Concordia. Cosmobuster right there with the aerial shot into the goal. And now 50-50 is going to come out toward Concordia's goal, which looked like it was empty, but just a little bit to the left to capitalize on that. Ball's going to be played past Cosmobuster. Double commit coming out from Boise State. They don't want to get too ahead of themselves here and make a mistake that could lead to a goal that they would regret here, as Big C tried to set up a shot there, but it didn't come through. 9 seconds left on the clock, and if Boise State doesn't make a major move here, it looks like we could be going into overtime, or maybe either team could close it out here until that ball hits the ground. A goal can be scored, and it is not going to be scored. That means we're heading into overtime.
Yeah, 50-50 ball here. Big C's going to win that, but Cosmobuster on the cheat up, able to steal it away and put a ball bouncing towards Concordia's goal. One member is going to overplay it. Big C will overplay it as well, leaving Cribbs, the third member, to have to try and get it. He will get a clear out, dribbles it around. Tacky, one man to beat, but Cosmobuster with a huge save to keep us in overtime. Follow-up shot just turned away once again by Cosmobuster, keeping Boise State alive as they look for the big clear. Cribbs trying to get a shot on goal. Baynock able to rise up to the occasion and push it away just over to his corner. Big Z not able to corral it. Cosmobuster comes racing in, takes control over in the corner to play it off the ceiling, but it will be corralled once again by Crims. Concordia keeping all the pressure on Boise State, and now might be Baynock's time to shine. Clears it down into the corner, tries to play it off the back wall, but Green Echo is going to be there. Big C underdrives it. Cosmobuster finds an opportunity. Baynock comes racing in as well. Ball bouncing in front of the net. A great play by Big Z to keep it out in front of his own net, just using the crossbar. Cribbs is going to play it over Tacky Doo as well, but Cosmobuster wants the follow-up down into the corner. Green Echo is going to steal that one away. Tacky's going to keep it alive, though, for now. Boise State trying, but now Cribbs will get the clear. Boise State will have to reset.
They have to reset. We're already more than a minute into this overtime. Baynock gets demoed by Big Z. Might give Concordia the chance. They need to score the goal right off above the goal twice. And Big Z with the follow-up and another follow-up trying to come in from green there. But instead, it's going to head over the corner, giving Boise State the opportunity they need to clear it. Unfortunately, Cosmobuster clearly missed that ball when flying right by it. So now that keeps the side control going on for Concordia. Big C tries to center it. There's the clear. Boise State is looking for a nice big one too. Off the corner, might be centered up, and Crims comes right in, and it's going to go on the counter attack. Gets a shot on goal. Cosmobuster credited with the save there. Now we're 2 minutes into overtime, and still no victor coming out for this first game of this match. We got 4 games to go tonight, and already this first one is going on much longer than expected. Now 2 minutes into overtime, 7 minutes total for this match, and neither team looks like they want to let up anytime soon. But now maybe with Baynock centering it up for Takidu, who misses and goes straight into the goal. No goal for Boise State, unfortunately, there.
Yeah, Crims able to put a shot on goal, just going to go high. Unfortunately, Concordia making very good friends with the top crossbar for Boise State. Baynock got able to land on that one. Cosmobuster will clear it down into the corner. Crims is waiting though. Cosmobuster out the follow-up. Unfortunately, that ball just a little bit too high for Tacky. Baynock though going to be able to recover it in the corner. Bounces around 2 members of Concordia. Crims has to come in once again with the huge save, but Cosmobuster is going to keep it alive. A demo's going to come out. Tacky is going to hit the post, however, unfortunately for Boise State, not able to take advantage of that demo. Baynock able to keep it alive. Going to play it off the corner until Big Z able to get the clear, but Cosmobuster comes racing in. Off the corner, there's Baynock. Unfortunately, once again, that ball goes bouncing wide of the Concordia net. Crims able to play it around Tacky, but Baynock is there to stop it. Here goes Cosmobuster rising up for the ball. The corner pocket is good, and Boise State is your game 1 winner.
My goodness, 8 minutes, 16 seconds in total for just the first match. Luckily for the Broncos, that match is going to be started off on a good start. The good start to this match, which is Boise State versus Concordia in Rocket League tonight on Monday, the first of 4 matches tonight. And Fish, I gotta say, the thing that impressed me most about Concordia that last match was the side control they managed to muster. They kept Boise State on their back feet for a good portion of that game. Now, obviously not enough to win the game, but Boise State, for a good amount of time, I'd say maybe a good 2.5, 3 minutes, it was solidly in their territory.
Yeah, it was definitely a tale of 2 halves there. As you can see the schedule of events for the Boise State Rocket League team there. And it was a tale of 2 halves. The first 2.5 minutes of that match definitely went to Concordia. The last 2.5 minutes were all Boise State, with each side scoring 2 goals apiece in their sort of half of gameplay, and then Boise State coming out victorious. But yeah, as you mentioned, Concordia did a great job of just keeping side control. Cosmobuster had to have a couple of huge saves to keep Boise State in it. So definitely something Boise State needs to watch out for. Definitely need to get those big clears earlier in that offensive attack for Concordia to prevent them from putting so many shots on goal.
Well, we're going to be going into the second match. Nice hello, hi to everyone in the Twitch chat who's joining us right now. We're glad to have you here. I know the Broncos are also glad to have you here. Fish, I bet you're glad to have them here as well.
Yeah, I'm glad to have everybody here. Glad to have an audience. Make sure everybody's following the quarantine guidelines put in place, and doing that by watching some Rocket League. 50-50 ball of Game 2. Gonna go down over to Baynock in his own corner. Can't quite get the follow-up, though, as Green Echo able to put it into the Boise State corner. Cosmobuster, though, able to play it off the wall. Goes over Crimson. Big C is there. Baynock able to disrupt that. Now Cosmobuster's gonna go up for the ball. The shot on goal gonna be turned away, though, by Green Echo. Boise State's got to be careful now on the counter-attack as Cosmobuster recovers there. We are going to see him get a demo as Tacky stole away from Crimson as well, and Baynock might have a shot on an open goal. Depending on how fast the guy can respond, he's not able to get there in time, and Baynock drives it home.
Only 30 seconds into the match, and Boise State is off to a much faster start than they would last time. 2 rushing in from Concordia, but not fast enough for Baynock. He's going to drive right past them, get the first goal. 50-50 now is going to head over toward Boise State, but Takidu is going to be right there up the side to prevent it from going. And now it does get pushed even further. It looked like Green was going to be able to get it clear there, but Boise State was on top of it. Now Crims is going to be able to find a good clear and play it right towards the goal, which instead of Takidu, it was pretty wide open there. The angle didn't work out for him, though, but a very dangerous situation for the Broncos. They want to push that back over toward Concordia's goal and forget that ever happened. Maybe a goal is just what they need to forget that happened. Make it a 2-0 lead and give them a lot more breathing room. Look out for Bigsy playing it up by himself towards the goal. Baynock luckily was there to save it. Taki pushes it over towards the center, and now here comes Costbuster, but it doesn't quite get the mid-air angle that he wanted to. Now he's able to get something that looks a little bit better. Takidu comes in to try to drive it into the goal, knocks Crims out of the way. Here comes Ghostbuster, shot on goal, off the crossbar, and it almost heads in there. But Concordia, by the skin of their teeth, still hanging on.
Yeah, the crossbar definitely has been helping out with these low-scoring games for both sides. Boise State not quite able to get the clear. Crims able to corral it. Is sort of stolen away there by Cosmobuster. Crims now in the corner, able to meet Cosmobuster at the ball. Ball going to go up in the air. Bigsy not able to get to it, and Green Echo barely gets a touch on it. Into the Boise State corner. Baynock is there. Green Echo going to respond. No shot a goal. Turned away by Cosmobuster. Now Baynock's going to pass it over to Takidu. Unfortunately, that ball just a little bit in front of Takidu. The give and go was all set up. Green Echo going to get demoed. Meanwhile, for Boise State, so it's a 2-on-3 counter-attack for Concordia. Boise State not quite able to get control of the ball. Bigsy's shot going to go above the goal, and Baynock doing an excellent job just barely pushing it away. Green Echo, Bigsy, and Baynock all in the corner. Bigsy able to steal it away. A huge demo is going to come out onto Green Echo, so once again, Boise State keeping the numbers advantage, and now with the clear, Takidu's going to put it over to Baynock, who puts it on net for his second goal of the game.
Look at this angle right here. This is so immaculate. Right over Costbuster, who just gets the right. It just tips it into the goal perfectly. And now Boise State halfway in is sitting with a comfortable 2-0 lead, 50-50 off to the side, where Concordia is going to be waiting to push it toward Boise State's goal. Baynock comes right in there, stops the shot on goal from coming through, plays it back over to the corner, now steals the boost, tries to center it up. Interference is going to cause the ball to head back towards the center, back toward Boise State's territory, but thanks Costbuster, it is back in Concordia's side of the field and right in front of the goal. Unfortunately, that angle there from Baynock did not work out. He did not hit that in the angle he wanted, causing his head to the left of the goal and giving Concordia the chance they needed to clear it back out toward Bronco territory. All it takes is one clear, and you can see these counterattacks quickly turn into goals like that one. And that is very unfortunate, that goal for Boise State, because that was the situation of, you can see right here, Takidu was able to get the clear, but Crims just rebounded it right off instantly. Takidu had no opportunity whatsoever to come back and try to keep defending.
No, he did not. The 50-50 ball is going to go down into the corner. Takidu trying to play it. Actually goes right in front of his own net, but Cosmobuster able to push it away there. Baynock going to get the clear. Cosmobuster follows that one up down into the corner. Plays it over Green Echo off the wall. Takidu comes flying in. Ball gets centered. Unfortunately, Baynock was just to the right of that ball. Crims now going to try and put a shot on goal. It's 1-on-1, and he's going to outplay Taki. And Crims, just like that, could tie us at 2.
Boise State's lead has evaporated in just a minute. Crims going to be credited with that goal. And again, Takidu just kind of faltering a little there in the defense, and in a way that he rockets past into the corner, unable to keep saving it. So maybe it's a position of maybe not trying to positioning thing of not trying to save the ball in kind of a completely horizontal way, I suppose. Maybe keeping someone a little bit more in front of the goal, so if there is a rebound, you have a better chance. But hey, that's just a very casual observation for me. I am not down on the field. I am sure that our Broncos have a much better idea of what's going on than I do right here. Takidu is going to try to reverse that. Now tries to get the clear, does find the clear off to the corner, but in comes Bigsy to keep it in Bronco territory. Now Costbuster has the ball, is going to play it around Crims off to the corner. They need to center this up and find a goal to prevent it from going to overtime again. And a shot on goal from Takidu, and it's just up and to the right. The follow-up coming through from Kosovo Buster. In comes Concordia off to the side, trying to get a clear. Baynock has control of the ball. It is going to go off to the side where he's waiting. He steals the boost, is able to center it up, and look out for Kosovo Buster, who's going to come right in and get the third goal for Boise State.
Yeah, just an excellent job by Cosbuster. You can see him waiting to take that centering pass. I think even Crims might have thought he stole it away from Baynock, but just great positioning by Cosmo Buster there to get Boise State another 3-2 lead. We'll see if they can hold it for the last 20 seconds. 50-50 ball going to go to the Boise State side, but Baynock is there perfectly, plays it around Bixie, and now Boise State might be able to extend their lead, and just like that, Baynock gets a hat trick when the Broncos needed most, a huge insurance goal with 17 seconds left.
Yeah, a hat trick that couldn't have come at a better time. A hat trick that marked basically the end of this second match. Not that it's impossible to score 2 goals in 17 seconds, but it would take a goal right off this initial contest here. And with it all going off to the side fish, every second the Broncos can lead off is good for them. And there it is. That's the match right there, Fish.
I mean, it's almost a repeat. It was the exact same side of the ball, or the pitch where the 50-50 ball went. It was just backing it to the Baynock in the position there. That's just perfect set play by Boise State, understanding how the 50-50 works and being able to convert. Now, it gets a lot tougher for Concordia, if not impossible, with 10 seconds left. As you mentioned, they almost needed something off the initial play there. As time ticks down, the demo's going to go out on the green echo. Just salt on the wound as Boise State is going to take game 2, 5-2.
Boise State is currently playing against Concordia in this Monday night Rocket League match, the first of 4 matches tonight. The Broncos are doing a great job thus far as 2-0 in the match. One more and they take it. And might I say, Fish, just in terms of everything we're looking forward here tonight, kind of having a double-length broadcast, I certainly wouldn't complain about Boise State wrapping this up in just 3 games and really keeping the matches going here. And you can see in this Skill Shot Varsity Tournament, you can see the Busters, Boise State is doing pretty darn good for themselves.
Yeah, definitely leading the way in Group C play for Boise State. Hopefully be able to make that 3-0 with just one more win over Concordia, a group opponent. So that would be huge for Boise State. So I agree with you, though, Jeb Mountain. A nice 3-0 victory for the Broncos here. Not only would be nice for them, it'd be nice for us casters. As you said, we have almost a double-header of action. Usually we do 2 games on Monday. Today we're going to have 4 games. So for Boise State, a strong start. Definitely something you and I were looking forward to. But they definitely dominated that second game, really pulling away at the end. So I would expect a lot of the same in Game 3. It definitely feels like the Broncos have found their footing and not really let up besides about a 30-second window where Crims almost went on a solo hero show for a bit.
Now, as you can see, that was part of the Skill Shot Varsity Rocket League tournament. For those of you who've been following us in the past weeks, this is one of the kind of new tournament with the help of High Res Studios. Came in, saw that some tournaments were being suspended in the wake of current health issues, and said, hey, we're going to form one of our own where players can play for home and still have the chance to compete for their university. And Boise State doing a great job at that thus far. And due to what I see here on the field, a bit of very slow play, which suggests to me that someone has been disconnected.
Yeah, somebody got disconnected there. I did see Tacky got a little bit of a revenge demo out right before we disconnected from that match. But yeah, just making sure everybody's got 3 cars on the field that are all working. We want to make sure everything is done according to the rules. But yeah, this tournament has been fantastic. It is unfortunate a lot of the bigger name tournaments such as NACE and TESPA being suspended due to the coronavirus. But as you mentioned, huge shout out to Skillshot and High Res Studios to come in, realize there was a void, realize there was a need for more Rocket League, and be able to put this together.
You can see in chat, actually, we will get to chat shortly. Right now, we have more pressing matters like Doc's keys to the game. And the keys to the game versus Concordia is keep that side control on for you. Passes to midfield. Make sure you make contact as well. Those are Doc's keys to the game, brought to you by Boise State University. which offers tons of and score. That's the biggest point, Fish. You know, that's probably the biggest key of the game. I'm surprised it hasn't shown up in every single week's keys to the game because it is the most important part of the game, actually scoring in the end. Those are Doc's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Boise State University. And to find out more about how you can get involved with Boise State, find out the ways you can get all the degrees they offer, combined courses, internships, so much more, go to boisestate.edu for more information.
Right now, Boise State trying to give information on Concordia about how to wrap up this series as Cosmobuster nearly dribbles it home. Unfortunately, a quick save by Crims. Baynock shot just hits the top of the crossbar. So Boise State's first attempt of the game is thwarted, and Bigsy, just for good measure, gets the demo. Cosmobuster with another huge save this series. He has been so incredible on the defensive end for Boise State. Tacky going to come in and stop Crims' dribble right in front of the net. Now pass in front of the net. No follow-up for Concordia. Tacky able to get a clear. Baynock able to steal away from Crims. Tacky in the corner. Not quite able to corral it. Green Echo is there, but so is Cosmobuster. Puts a shot on goal. Bigsy able to turn that one away. Tacky now over in the corner. Gonna play a perfect shot. My goodness. That is a magnificent shot. I think this replay doesn't do its service because the angle he took on that ball was incredible.
Just all the more unfortunate for Concordia as their defense just missed it. Kind of an interesting role reversal as Tacky has been in that situation earlier in this game, getting some unfortunate misses on his saves, and it finally turns around in his favor, him managing to get a goal against Concordia. So Boise State is going to go in with a lead, and Tacky's going to try to get that to a 2-0 lead. Unfortunately, Crims is able to push that way back over into Boise State's territory, where Cosmobuster is waiting. Baynock now has control of the ball. He's going to play it up the wall, back towards center. He manages to get the clear, tries to center it up. In comes Tacky Do. He's going to bounce it off the corner. The ball now rolls a little bit in front of the goal. The clear is found by Concordia. Tacky Do is going to rush in and save it, but the follow-up is almost going to go in right off the right post. Boise State is going to try to forget that happened and clear it back over towards Concordia.
Yeah, Boise State going to try and capitalize on that. Now, Cosmobuster just able to put a shot on goal, but Bigsy able to turn away, able to play it up off the wall as well. Not able to get another follow-up, though. Takidu able to steal it. Can't quite get it off the wall on the first touch, but the recovery is there. Crims, though, going to disrupt Baynock, and Green Echo actually smartly goes under Cosmobuster to keep it alive. Taki going to try and center for Baynock. He's going to miss on it, but so does Bigsy. Two huge misplays by both sides, and no one's able to capitalize on it. Boise State now trying to find that clear. Crims flying around all over in front of the net, but can't find the goal. Green Echo just barely clears it. Baynock going to disrupt both of them, but that ball's still slowly bouncing. Bigsy once again going to try and follow up. Baynock smartly at least gets it out from in front of his own net. Green Echo goes under the ball, does enough to disrupt Baynock, though. Crims now able to recover it off the back corner, but Cosmobuster is there. Bigsy keeps the play alive, though, for Concordia. Boise State trying to find the clear. Tacky's play off the wall, not quite enough, but Baynock runs right into Bigsy. Crims, though, flying in off the back wall. Cosmobuster is there, and that should be enough for Boise State to get the clear. Now Baynock wants to put a shot on goal off the top crossbar. Tacky's followed, turned away by Bigsy, but the third man is there, and Cosmobuster drives it home for a 2-0 lead.
This is where Boise State excels. It is both rotations, always being there for each other, right where the team needs them to be. Cosmobuster is going to be credited with that second goal. 2 minutes, 8 seconds now left in this match. 50-50 off towards the right side of the field. Boise State is gathering some boost right now, and unfortunately, right off the left post, it almost turned into a goal scored on them. But Boise State has been getting pretty lucky with these near misses for these goals. Now in comes Crims to get the clear off toward the goal. In comes Tacky Dude trying to clear it back towards Concordia. Ball is hanging around in the center right now. No clear possession of it. And now some side control is going to be able to go on to Concordia, but not before Boise State comes rushing in, able to get the clear. And look at Cosmobuster, just like an acrobat, playing around the members of Concordia. There's some fancy flips here and there, a back flip, a front flip, to the left, to the right. It's not going to turn into a goal thus far. And after Baynock gets demoed, it's for sure not going to turn into a goal, at least for the next few seconds of this match.
Yeah, ball's going to go rolling around. Bigsy finally able to corral it. Tacky can't get it off the wall. Bigsy's follow-up shot once again hits the crossbar, but Crims able to get the follow-up. Boise State's lead cut to 2-1.
Well, you certainly can't count Concordia out of this, especially considering how quickly they were able to tie it up in the past matches. It took about a minute or maybe even a little less than a minute. 50-50, gonna be right in the center. Baynock kind of brake there, almost a little bit too cautious. The members of Concordia seemed like they had I don't know what happened there, Fish. Maybe their foot was stuck on the brake, but they didn't really charge the center at all. And I think that caught the Broncos off guard. Baynock just kind of paused in the middle of the field, thinking to himself, well, okay, what do I do? I haven't been in this situation before. There's no one around me. Right now, there's a lot of around Baynock now as Concordia has kicked their defense into high gear, trying to keep for insurance goal from getting scored. And speaking of defense, it's not going to be there for Boise as an open goal is left, and Concordia finds the equalizer 30 seconds before the end of the match.
Yeah, it was a great screen there set by Bigsy to hit Tacky-Doo, and Boise State maybe getting a little bit overzealous and just overcommitted to that offensive play there. 50-50 ball going to be met in the middle. Bigsy is going to win it. Tacky-Doo not able to corral on the first touch in the corner. Not able to play it off the ceiling either. Ball bouncing in front of the Broncos' net. Crim's going to put a shot on goal. Going to go just a bit high though. Cosmos are going to play it over to Baynock. Bigsy though keeps Baynock from getting a pressure up, and now Boise State has to be careful. 10 seconds left. The clear comes out from Cosmobuster. Crim's going to put it right back towards midfield. Shot on goal over to Bigsy. Crims is going to steal it, and with 4 seconds left, he has a hat trick, and Boise State's lead is evaporated.
What a spectacular hat trick that is. Cosmobuster just almost there, but maybe just a little bit more boost, and he would have gotten that couple extra inches to block. There's still time for Boise State to maybe score a goal immediately. It has happened before, and as long as that ball does not touch the ground, Broncos are still in it, and now Concordia is back into this match, getting their first victory in this match, which is Boise State versus Concordia Monday night, the first of 4 matches tonight. And Fish, it looks as if my dreams for a quick and fast end to this first match of the night might not be coming to fruition. Concordia might be dragging this out a bit longer than we thought they would.
Yeah, that was just a really excellent job by Concordia, especially Crims, to claw back into that game. Boise State, like I said, maybe got a little bit too overzealous, maybe tried to get that third goal in a 2-1 game just a little bit too much and allowed nobody back on defense except Tacky-Doo, and it was a 2-on-1 . So excellent job by Concordia.
All right, I just got to say, over in the chat here, this complete span that I've seen, I mean, I've seen school spirit. I've really seen emotes being used trying to cheer the team on, but this right here, this is ridiculous. I have never seen this much.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much, and only out of all that spam, we successfully spelled Boise State once.
Yeah,
that's just classic Twitch.
You know, I don't know if that's the best representation for our prestigious university. Here I am trying to sell all the degrees and internship you can get. It is. It's a good representation for Twitch chat, I suppose. But that's troubling. We can only spell our name once, so might as well be called Stabobo University from now on, because that seems to be what the chat loves referring to it, even more so than Boise State is Stabobo State.
Hey, that'd be a pretty cool name, and it'd also be pretty cool if Boise State can wrap up this series right here. Huge demolition's going to go on to Bigsy. That's going to save Boise State. Three's echo shot is turned away. Cribbs can't get a good shot on goal as well. The crossbar, the ever so familiar foe for Concordia. Cosmobuster not able to play it off the wall. Going to open it up for Bigsy. A huge clear down there by Tacky-Doo. Now Cosmobuster racing. He's going to put the centering shot on. Cribbs is there though for the huge clear. Tacky-Doo just going to have to push it over into his own corner and at least get it away from in front of his net. Bigsy comes racing in, misses on the ball. So does Tacky-Doo. Cosmobuster now going to put it off the corner. Tries to follow it up. Actually able to play it around Cribbs. This is a wide open net. There's more Broncos than Concordia members back there, and somebody's got to score, and it's Tacky-Doo.
Now, Fish, I'm certainly not ungrateful for this goal. You know I want to see some Bronco goals, but I have a little bit of apprehension because this has been kind of the pattern that we've seen from the Broncos thus far in this match. They start off great, they get some momentum, they get a couple goals in their hat, and then Concordia makes a real game of it in the last 2 minutes of the match, as we saw in the last game, sometimes being able to take the lead from Boise State. So in this first part of the game, which Boise State has shown, at least judging by the past 3 games that they've been strong in, I want to see Boise State really run up the score and score insurance goal on top of insurance goal. And right now, Kakidu's going to try to score one of them off the crossbar down toward Krims. They definitely would have wanted that, but that crossbar being there for Concordia. And now here comes Boise State yet again, is able to find the centering pass. Kakidu came right in, but got caught up in the traffic jam mid-air. The ball's still going to hang around, not in the goal. And it's going to allow Big Z to find the clear that he's looking for. Off to Grimes as well. Taina comes rushing into the ball, is going to try to center it up, but there's 2 members of Concordia right there. Ball in front of the goal is going to be knocked back to the corner.
Ball bouncing in front of the net. There's Cosmo Buster. Boise State doing an excellent job taking advantage of these defensive lapses by Concordia. A double commit in the corner, and Cosmo Buster just knocks it home. Boise State with a ever so familiar 2-0 lead, but as you mentioned, Jim Mountain, those haven't been the most secure leads for Boise State. 50-50 ball going to Bay, not going to steal it down. Green Echo, though, will get the clear. A demo in midair as Takini rises up. Ball still bouncing around in the mid. Baynock able to get the clear. Krims stop moving just for a little bit, allowing Cosmo Buster take advantage of that. He is able to steal away, though, from Baynock as Krims comes racing down the side. Just able to play it over Tacky, but Tacky will run into him in the process and disrupt that dribble. Cosmo Buster going to put the clear on. Tacky now in the corner. Ball bounces in front of that, but Big Z is there. Cosmo Buster keeps it alive as Tacky takes the full corner boost. Ball in front of the net. Baynock there in perfect position. It's pinballing around.
What even happened?
And a couple of epic saves there by the side of Concordia. I'm not sure anyone knows, besides the fact the ball didn't go in the back of the net, Gem Mountain. Now Boise State has to recover, and they're not. Oh, the crossbar! I thought the crossbar had it, but Krims, there's that man again. Uh-oh, Gem Mountain, I'm getting shades of Game 3 all over again.
What did I tell you a few minutes ago? Boise State good in the first 2 minutes, and then Concordia in about the last 2 minutes, which is 2:22 right now, being able to come back and make a game of it. And unfortunately, Boise State now, if patterns are anything to go by, they've really struggled. What am I even telling you here, Fish? Is this prediction coming true too much? You see Green from way midfield being able to play it above Cosmo Buster. And if I'm going to be talking about patterns, it's been kind of some lapses in defense from Boise State that's allowed some of these goals. They've been allowing both of those goals shortly after kickoff, leaving a bit of an open net, and sometimes too, just right after kickoff, you're off collecting boost, and so I understand how that can happen, but now Boise State needs to turn the tide and not allow another Game 3 to happen.
Yeah, well, so far, Cosmo Buster able to clear that one away so they can maybe put a shot on goal. Big Z was back there. The ball was covering. I thought nobody was back there for Concordia, but he is able to get the clear. Tacky not quite able to corral it in the corner. Baynock, though, able to play it off the ceiling right over to Cosmo Buster. That shot on goal going to go to the left, but it's going to put the pressure on. Green Echo going to be able to get a little bit of a clear. Tacky, though, comes racing in. Ball bouncing over a couple members, unfortunately, just to the right of the goal. Boise State, tons of opportunities, just a little bit left or a little bit right here and there. Big Z able to play it around. Cosmo Buster finally gets the clear. Krims, though, able to stop that ball from bouncing into his own net and able to outrise Tacky to keep that ball bouncing in the mid, headed toward the Bronco goal. Cosmo Buster able to clear, but it's behind Baynock, who bicycle kicks it in the air above his own goal. He is able to rise up and clear it, though, and Green Echo is able to play it around one. He does the same thing, though, hits it away from himself, and that allows Tacky and Baynock now racing in on an open net, and Baynock capitalizes, and that's a goal Boise State needed to make it 3-2.
I would say they didn't only need it, they desperately needed it. You can see Baynock popped it off the top of his car right there, able to get it into an open goal left up by Concordia. And now maybe the pattern can be broken. Boise State can start the momentum up again, 50-50 off to the side. No clear victor in that one. And now Crims is going to push it right towards the goal. Baynock comes rushing in, and that was almost another goal, which, judging on how Concordia scored both of the passes, that was very similar to their past few goals. Off the right post, hanging in front. Look for a follow-up coming through, but it comes through from Concordia instead, with Green coming rushing in. And now there's the follow-through from Takidu, but it doesn't work out, so maybe Boise State just tries to run out the clock here. I mean, score a goal if you're able to, but there's only 20 seconds left, so it's very crucial. Every second that ticks by, Boise State can breathe a little easier. And maybe not breathe easy here, as that was way too close for my sensibilities. Up and to the right, and Concordia might be able to score a goal. Boise State's defense isn't on point. All that ball has to do is touch the ground, and Boise State has won this match, making them go 3-0 in this part of the bracket. The ball just needs to touch the ground. It doesn't, and it looks like Concordia might be able to do it. It's hitting in front of the goal. Are you kidding me? Boise State just by the skin of their teeth. Oh my goodness, down to the wire finish. What even happened? I need to catch my breath. My voice is giving. No, I'm happy, Fish, but that wasn't cool. Okay, that was way too close for my taste.
Yeah, that was incredibly close. I thought Boise State had it, but Crims was an excellent job. He was, I mean, we usually don't give player of the games to the losing team, especially when it's the other side, but shout out to Crims. He was fantastic. He scored almost every goal for Concordia. That man nearly put us into overtime of Game 4, so what a fantastic play by him. But yeah, Boise State way too close for comfort. Now would have only gone to overtime, but a great job by Boise State holding on for the win.
And now we have the top player of the game lined up. Not quite yet. We are going to be getting to it shortly when it is available. But I suppose it can be a good time to ask if you have any predictions for that, who you thought really shone through, Fish.
Well, you know, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if there's a graphic for it, and I don't know if the replay team could put it together, but it's the post. The post is who the player of the game is. I think I counted 8 saves by the post for Boise State against Concordia. No, Taki Dubena and Cosmobuster did a fantastic job, but if the post isn't there, if the post is 1 inch wider, Concordia probably maybe runs away with this series. So my player of the game is the post, because he had more saves than anyone else in this game combined.
How about you take the left post, I'll take the right post, Fish, and those will be both our predictions. But we are going to see who really is going to get player of the game. It's going to be Cosmo Buster, who's going to be Idaho Central Credit Union's player of the game for this match.
And Cosmo Buster did do an excellent job. I mean, he was my follow-up to the post. He had the game winner in Game 1, and besides the post-making saves, it was Cosmo Buster. He had a ton of epic saves, including a couple back-to-back in Game 1 to keep Boise State alive and allow them to force overtime. So Cosmo Buster did an excellent job, as we've seen time and time again, especially in Game 1, to sort of right the ship after a slow start. So excellent job by him.
I'm sure he'll really, really appreciate you telling him that he came in second behind an inanimate object. I'm sure that's going to really make him feel special. But I guess he should feel special because he is indeed the player of the game, brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Cosmo Buster is your Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game.
Hey man, every soccer player and every Rocket League player knows that the post is usually the MVP because he can make some crazy saves. He usually does it neutrally for both sides, but Cosmobuster did a great job. I think he'll be more than content winning player of the game, even if he was second in my heart, Jim Mountain.
I mean, the post weakness is that it obviously doesn't move, but my goodness, you can get if it hits, if you're aiming for the post right on, there is no chance whatsoever that the ball is going to get past him. So his weakness is he doesn't move, but he's kind of the most opaque defense, I suppose you could say, of the Rocket League team composition. After this, we are going to be going into the FSC, and the next match, it's going to be Florida Central versus Boise State, the Broncos versus the Mocs. And like I said, Fish, because we have 4 games this tonight, we are going to get right to the next one as soon as we can. I almost feel like a a disgruntled like government worker. You know what I mean? It's like, take the ticket, move on, keep the line moving, move on. We got another game to get to, and Boise State certainly can feel good about that victory, but not too much time to bask in it because we have got the second game to get to.
Yeah, we do. We definitely have a lot of Rocket League ahead of us. So, as you mentioned, we just got to keep on moving. You can sort of relish in that victory. Thankfully, Boise State does have a couple of teams, so they are able to bounce back and forth. As you can see, the schedule in front of you there, Concordia, but Boise State just won. Now playing Florida Southern, followed up by MSOE, and then San Diego State there. So, a lot ahead of us for Boise State.
A lot ahead of us. Unfortunately, we can't do it in the arena. You can see the control room there still empty as everyone stays home. But the Doc's keys to the game still come through for all the players. Side control. It's the same thing as last time. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Fish.
Yeah, I mean, and why bother? I mean, why bother changing it when we've talked about that every single time? Side control is key, and it works just like you mentioned. So. I don't see a need to change anything. If Boise State follows these keys to the game, they should get another victory. Maybe praise the post. That would be my one thing I would add, Jim Mountain. Praise the post.
Praise the post. Oh, yes. All praise the post. Well, we can see here into the arena, I have got to hand it to organization kind of realizing that we have got 4 games tonight. This is probably the quickest turnaround I have ever seen for getting into a new game, Fish. We are starting it right now versus the Mocs.
Yes, we are. 50-50 ball gonna go into the mid. Ace Pocket not quite able to get to it, though, as Disorder's gonna go up. Shot on goal once again. Hey, there's the post. He's gonna get the first save of the game. Great job for him. Now Boise State trying to find that clear as Cabot shot on goal, turned away by Ace Pocket. Wade able to play around one member of the Mocs. Ball does get stolen from him. Shot on goal, turned away by Ace Pocket, doing an excellent job in the defensive end. Disorder steals it from LC Coro. Ace Pocket, though, once again is there. See if he can get it clear, but Cabot will come racing in. Steal the ball right on top of him. Waiting, gonna get hit away. And the Mocs maintaining side control. Finally, Boise State and LC Coro able to get it away from their own net just for a little bit, but a huge demo on to Wade, not able to make it for Boise State to follow it up. And once again, side control for the Mocs. Disorder goes up, and Ace Pocket, he has been huge in this first minute. Save after save to keep us in a 0-0 game. Wade now able to get it in the corner, plays it off the wall, pushes it all the way over into the other corner. LC Coro is there, but Disorder is going to steal it away from him, and a demo probably going to reset this Boise State attack.
Boise State is going to have to reset as the ball is in the center of the field. Waiton is going to play it around the field toward the side, set it up, trying to center it, but in comes Disorder, who's going to dunk right over him into the goal, creating a very forceful start for this round. Florida Southern credited with the first goal from way downtown, as they would say in basketball.
Yeah, just a great play there by Disorder. Boise State, Ace Pocket not quite able to get to the ball. 50-50. Gonna go the side of the Mocs. Cabot almost able to steal it away there. And that is gonna ricochet off of, I think, a member of Boise State, and it's gonna go in the back of the net.
Well, you might want to look out for Disorder. No, actually, Cabot is going to be the one scoring the goal there. So spreading it out a little between the teammates. It looks like those good luck bunny ears might not be coming through for Ace Pocket here, although they'll always look stylish in my heart. Unfortunately, what would be even more stylish is for some goals to actually be scored right now. As unlike you see on the graphic, Florida Southern is in the orange. Oh, we are. Okay, I just heard that we swapped side. Oh, did we swap? Okay, whatever you see on the graphic right now, Florida Southern is having a good game right now. I think we can agree on that, Fish. And Florida Southern is doing very well.
Yeah, Florida Southern is doing very well. We'll see if Boise State can start to chip away at this deficit, but Cabot gonna get another huge steal on this ball. Has just not left the Broncos side at all, at least for more than a few seconds at a time. Ace Pocket not able to get the clear. Cabot gonna take control in the corner. They're able to put a great centering pass on to his two teammates who were just a little bit too far away. Franz are able to take control, waiting. Disrupts it, but Franz was able to get control once again, puts a shot on goal. That one going to be turned away by Ace Pocket. Another shot on goal by Disorder going to be turned away, but Cabot going to dunk right over Ace Pocket and put it back into the Broncos corner. Wade now there to try and play it off the wall. Gets a great clear to Ace Pocket. Unfortunately, Franz are able to intercept that. Almost a near double commit by Boise State. Wayne's going to lose track of the ball. A demo going to come out on the way in the process with a pocket. Once again, another huge save. Unfortunately, Cabot's going to just muscle the ball in the back of the net, and he's going to make it 4-0.
Fish, it's all going terribly, terribly wrong for Boise State right now. A 4-0 deficit for them. They got to really find something to try to work here because so far Florida Southern has been rolling over them. They might try to score yet another goal here, and look out for Cabot. Yeah, he's going to keep that from going into Florida Southern, the Mocs half of the field. And now that big clear, that might be what Boise State needs to mount an effective counterattack here. The ball is centered, and in comes LC Burrow, but they all miss the ball. So it keeps flying back over Bronco territory. In come the Broncos yet again. Ace Pocket has a lot of boost, but he is not going to get the better of that contest. It's going to be played right around him. Now comes Wade, who's going to take his shot at trying to center it, which he does, but unfortunately it is knocked out of the way right in time by the Mocs to keep any sort of goal from being scored. But, you know, baby steps, Fish. The side control is a lot better for Boise State. They were able to get the ball on the Mocs side of the field for a greater amount of time. But now it's back in their side of the field.
Yeah, the demo is going to come out there. Another demo is going to come out onto LC Carl, but I think that stopped Cabot from getting the ball, so that'll save Boise State for now. Disorder going to take a shot on goal. It's going to go bouncing around in the corner. Cabot able to corral it, but Ace Pocket is there. He's going to get a long clear. There's nobody back. Boise State going to break the scoreless drought. They're going to make it 4-1.
Well, they now have a bit of momentum. Ace Pocket is going to take advantage of completely open goal. Florida Southern just going in on the offense a little bit too much, and you really have to question whether that was necessary, because Florida Southern's in a position where they can play a bit more defensively, you know. Hang back a little, have someone at least in front of your goal, make sure Boise State isn't going to be able to start getting the momentum to equalize this goal. Boise State still has their work cut out from them to equalize this game, I might rather say. But they need 3 more goals in about a minute, Fish, which is a tall task for anyone.
Yeah, we've talked about the 3 goals in 34 seconds, and if Boise State wants to do that, they'll have to score really quickly here. Ace Pocket gonna steal that pass away, but Pranz are able to keep it alive in the corner. LC Coro now able to intercept that, but Disorder gonna keep the side control on the side of the Mocs. Ace Pocket's clear. Double commit by Boise State, unfortunately, and Ace Pocket not gonna be able to land on that one, but Wayne's gonna put a shot on goal. Cabot with the save. The ball bouncing down in the corner. Disorder trying to play it away from LC Coro. That ball going to be centered. Shot on goal by Ace Pocket. Turned away. Waiting the last line of defense. Able to keep the Mocs from scoring their 5th goal of the game. But for now, Boise State might just want to regroup here. See if they can get one more goal jam out and get ready for the next game, because I don't think we'll see 3 goals in 7 seconds.
Yeah, Boise State has pulled off some great come from behind. Well, okay, we're definitely not going to score. Okay, Fish. You know, I don't want to say it's impossible, but, you know, 4 goals in 1 second, I wouldn't say I'm a betting man, but I'm not sure. That seems like one of those bets in Vegas that they say pays 10,000 to 1, and yet I probably have a greater chance of being struck by lightning 10 times than any sort of comeback coming back and winning that bet. All right, we are going to be coming back to this match with a quick look at chat, and unfortunately for them, it's not off to a good start, Fish. A very dominant win by the Mocs.
Yeah, it was a very dominant win by the Mocs, really just keeping up a lot of side control, just really preventing Boise State from ever getting that big clear they needed, and that's what turned into a lot of those goals. They did get the one long cross-map goal, which is sort of what maybe you could do. There was a lot of pressure by the Mocs. They did leave a lot of defenders back, so if Boise State can get that one clear and it's on target, Jim Mount, they might be able to steal a couple goals and get back in this series.
Maybe, just maybe, they can do that. You see chat there, not only just some of the regular chat viewers, but also a good member of the Rocket League team as well, you know, with the 2 squads swapping in and out, I suppose you could say. As one squad takes to the field, another team gets benched for a game, they still have a chance to cheer on the Broncos as a whole.
Yeah, they are able to cheer on the Broncos. The State Bobo, as we've now apparently rebranded ourselves thanks to Twitch chat this match. So Boise State's going to need all the cheering, all the State Bobos or Boise States or however you want to spell out those emotes as much as you can, because after that first game, Jim Mountain, the Mocs, they are showing to be a high-quality opponent, so Boise State definitely has their work cut out for them. 50-50 ball gonna go down, almost on goal. Disorder though, just able to take it away. LC Coral gonna rise up, that ball bouncing in front of the net, but now a huge clear down into the corner by Pranzor. Two members of the Mocs racing there, but Wade's able to steal it away. He has a one-on-one if he can get a quick shot off. Tries to play it up for his teammate, unfortunately Disorder able to steal it away. Ace pocketing up with the centering shot for LC Coral, but Cabot able to get the clear. Wade not quite able to recover it, so the ball has to reset for Boise State.
Boise State is in the position that they have been for a majority of this match, just not able to get a sustained side control. For that long time, they had a period of maybe 30 seconds to a minute in the first match, but other than that, Florida Southern has been the one with the advantage. Boise State might be able to turn this into something as Wayton is going to just whip around there in a very tight U-turn and stop any sort of side control happening for Florida Southern. So no shots on Goldfish, but the side control is promising at least.
Yeah, the side control definitely has been better for Boise State. Ace pocket able to keep it alive. Waiting now, waiting for the ball, able to get it in the midair. Also able to get a quick follow-up, but unfortunately Cabot was able to disrupt that shot. LC Coral going to keep it alive, going to go off the back of the net. Ace pocket with the follow-up, just going to go to the right, and now a huge clear down from Cabot, down to Disorder. Boise State racing back to get control, but the Broncos once again going to have to reset.
The Broncos want to find some sort of goal here. I mean, it is a much better position than they were last game. It's better to score a goal to get in the lead than score a goal and have to score 4 more to just tie the game. Right now, the Broncos, again, being able to get the side control with a very nice clear there. Unfortunately, LC Kuro is demoed in the corner there. It's not going to stop waiting for setting it up and maybe a follow-through from Ace Pocket, but it's going to be going into the corner. As now Disorder is going to go up the wall, a pass over to his teammate, and now Cabot, who isn't going to get the angle that he wanted, so no shot on goal there, and a great opportunity for the Broncos to drive it in here, which they almost killed with the crossbar! Missed the crossbar!
Now, Disorder also got credit for that save. Might have been a combo save. Disorder with a great job as well, but Boise State keeping up the side control. Cabot not quite able to see it away. Is going to get demoed by Ace Pocket. He'll also get control of the wall, playing it around a couple of Pranzor. Waiting in the goal, but Ace Pocket steals it off the fall. But unfortunately, Cabot was there for the recovery. He isn't going to be able to play it off the ceiling. Waiting to take a shot on goal. That's going to go high above the net. LC Pro just not able to capitalize. Ace Pocket going to put a shot on goal. That one goes just to the left. Disorder running into the crossbar, opening up a bit of space. Wade able to regain control. Disorder not able to corral it in the corner either. Wade now trying to rise above, plays it around a couple. Pranzor though going to clear it out. Ace Pocket not able to get to it, so Boise State resets.
No goals thus far in this match. Well, as soon as I say that, looky what happens here, and unfortunately that goal's going to be for Florida Southern, playing it right over LC Coro here. Waiton came in to get the save, but the pinball maneuver happened, and Florida Southern is now 1 up in this match. 50-50 heading over toward Boise State's goal, but a great clear there. Unfortunately, it is interrupted by Pranzor, and now Boise State has to try to find the clear again. Ace Pocket is going to come in. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Off the wall, over toward the side of the field.
Yeah, Boise State able to recover now. LC Coral able to play it around. Disorder, ball bouncing down in the corner. Member of Florida Southern's going to miss it. Wayden going to put a great shot on goal to tie us up at 1.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, especially right after a demo happened, but he did good work being demoed, passing it right over to his fellow Bronco, right where he needed it, allowing the equalizer to be found. Now we've got just 90 seconds left in this match, and almost a goal scored by Florida Southern off the left post, but it's actually going to roll back into their open goal. And I gotta say, Boise State, a goal is a goal, and they have definitely got to count their blessings with that one, because that is insane.
Yeah, the big clear there. Shout out to the crossbar making the initial save for Boise State. but the Broncos will take it, and they'll take a 2-1 lead off the 50-50. Wade might be able to put this one in the back of the net, but it is going to be saved by Brands, putting himself in great position, but the side control remains on the Broncos side. Ball bouncing in front of the net. Wade's going to go up for it, plays it off the top crossbar twice, but unfortunately not able to get the follow-up as the clear is going to come out from Cabot. Ace Pocket's going to steal it, though, put it down in the corner. Foul is going to end up right back in the hands of Wade. He's going to put a shot on goal above the net. Cabot able to clear it, though, and the Mocs trying to get this clear. Boise State needs an insurance goal, and it would be perfect right now to see LC Crow put a shot on goal, and he's going to get the goal that the Broncos needed. It's 3-1.
Increasingly looking more and more like the Broncos are going to be able to tie up this match and at least push this to a game 4. But I wouldn't count out the Mocs here. 50 seconds, you can definitely score 2 goals in that amount of time. And for a team that went 5-1 in the first match, I would say don't count out the Mocs for a second. It just takes one moment of weakness for them to capitalize on that. The Broncos aren't necessarily going to be showing any weakness thus far. They were able to push it into Mocs territory. And look at LC Curl preventing that clear from coming through. Now waiting in mid-air is going to be able to stop the clear yet again, pushing it off to a side. It's just a matter of this time, maybe of just running out the clock. As soon as I said that, I was talking more about running out the clock, not the goal there, because I was so confident that LC Curl was going to be able to save that. But unfortunately, maybe it was just a little short on boost there, missing it by just the smallest of margins.
Yeah, unfortunate for Boise State not able to save it, but they do have that insurance goal. But the 50-50 ball is going to end up in the Broncos side. Wade able to recover it in the corner. Is going to get knocked off his path just a little bit. Disorder, one man to beat, but a great style. Carl pushing that ball away. Franzler's now going to put a shot above the Bronco net as we tick down under 10 seconds. Wade going to beat Disorder to the ball, however. And Boise State just needs to hold on for a little bit more, Jim Mount.
Just a little bit longer, just ground that ball, and you will secure yourself your first victory in this match. Unless the goal is scored here, it was definitely in the right position there. And like I said, don't count out the Mocs because they are keeping this game alive. Boise State just needs to ground this ball. That's all they need to do. And there it finally comes through. The Mocs unable to keep it going forever. And the Broncos are going to get their first win in this match and tie it up 1-1. So we're definitely going to a game 4. And as I said, you are watching the Boise State Broncos versus the Florida Southern Mocs in this Monday night Rocket League match. Certainly turning out to be an exciting one with 2 very evenly matched teams, it looks like, at a very high skill level.
Yeah, it was just really a tale of 2 separate games. The first game was all side control for the Mocs. The second game was all side control for Boise State, who just holds on at the end. So a great job by Boise State coming out, dominating the early possession, being able to score just enough goals to hold on. So great job for Boise State. If they can play like they did in game 2, this should be a great series for the Broncos. But if one more game 1 happens, I have to have my concerns, Jim Mountain.
I think we definitely have to have our concerns if the score is that big of a 5-1 victory comes through against the Broncos. Sea Doc's keys to the game still pretty unchanged. Excuse me. And another thing that's unchanged right now, the arena. Still the same as we have left it. Everything's still in its proper place. The hand sanitizer bottle hasn't even moved a centimeter, and the arcade machine still standing by, waiting for a time where Fish can actually play it and show how good he is at the arcade games.
You're right, I can't wait to set every single high score, but before we get to that, we'll have to see if Boise State can set the high score of 3 wins in this match. For now, Boise State right off the 50-50, waiting to get a great shot on goal, but Cabot is able to turn it away. Boise State once again with the early side control. LC Crow's shot going to be turned away by Disorder. He's going to recover it. Boise State now not quite able to get the full clear. We're going to see Cabot go down, and Cabot's going to take a shot and score. Boise State, unfortunately, Ace Pocket couldn't corral the ball, and Cabot doing an excellent job, barely dunking it home, an assist from the crossbar.
Absolutely. They did a nice job getting out in front of it and getting contact. All right, here we go. Jumping in here. Florida not able to get control over Boise State. Can they have enough boost to get a shot here early on before they clear? You got to be really careful here, Fish, not to commit too much and not be able to. The big shot here by Florida. Not able to get it in there.
Now Boise State, though, side control remains on the mock sides. What a play by Pranzer. His own teammate's actually going to try and force him a shot on goal. So a double commit by the Mocs is going to sort of slow that down, and Boise State wants to capitalize. Great job, though, by Cabot. Wants to go up in the air. Ace Pocket, though, with the huge clear. And Pranzer's waiting there, but Wayton wants to follow it up. This quarter getting these huge saves. Boise State has been excellent on these huge clears and turning them into shots on goal.
Yeah, they're getting a nice angle on each of these clears to actually put it as a shot on goal, something they've been working on with the coach for quite a while. This is nice, Waiting in the back position, trying to get in. He's the one who's got to move up, get it cleared out there. Coro's got to get some boost. They're going to get side control out of this again, but they may not be able to get a good shot. Coro and Pockets may double commit to this, trying to get it back on. Someone's got to rotate back. Looks like it's going to be Waiting. Going to jump back there. No, he's going to play mid so we can get a nice follow-up here. Tries to get in a good position to get it. Plays it high off the wall here. This is really his bread and butter, trying to get it centered up. But it looks like Pranzer's going to send it back to the Broncos side.
Yeah, Ace Pocket is not quite able to corral it. Pranzer doing a great job being aggressive, chasing down his own rebound. Waiting, though, able to steal that one away. Cabot going high up in the air. So is Pranzer playing it off the ceiling. Elsie Coro, though, going to put it down into the corner. Cabot's going to steal that pass, but Elsie Coro's going to keep it alive. Demo's going to go out onto Pranzer. Elsie Coro rises up. This could be Ace Pocket's opportunity, at least putting a shot right above the net. Here comes Waiting for the follow-up. What a save by Pranzer in excellent position.
Now the bicycle kick. Little Pele action
Great
from Ace
bicycle.
Pocket. Absolutely. Tries to put it back, keeps it in play for a little bit. Cabot with an actual high shot, high off the wall. But then it looks like Waiting going to put it way, way down deep again. Oh! Huge. Cabot finds a way to take Ace Pocket out of the match right there. LC trying to keep it in front. Waiting maybe with a shot. Nice touch! Oh, a little bit of a bump by LC Coro trying to get out of there. Putting it back again on the Broncos side. They got to keep it orange, fellas. Keep it orange.
Ace Pocket's going to put a shot on goal for Cabot. Elsie Coro in perfect position. Shot unfortunately just goes to the left. It is going to be missed though by Pranzer, allowing Ace Pocket to recover. His shot just barely goes off the crossbar, and Boise State now has to fall back. Waiting going to rise up. Can't steal the ball away from
rare
Cabot. Bounces
miss by
over
Elsie
Elsie
Coro.
Coro. Oh, just unfortunate for Elsie Coro. Ball bounced right over him. And nobody back for Boise State.
No, not quite enough boost. Reacts a little bit late. Not seeing where the bounce is going to be. Finds the wrong goal. We need the refs now. All right, setting it up again. Nice 50-50, but not controlled by the Broncos. Really awful bounce. And this is just going. I'm going to call the ref right now. We need to throw something onto the field. Did anybody see that? That was a foul by Florida Central.
Florida Southern doing a great job. We talked about it all the time. Anything can happen on the 50-50 ball, especially when you're in the corner getting boost. We'll see if Boise State can make some magic happen. Unfortunately, Disorder is going to steal it. He wants to follow it up down in the corner. Cabot comes racing down as well. Ace Pocket not able to corral it. All three members of the Mocs in the same spot. Able to steal it away from Wade. Disorder not quite able to beat Ace Pocket. Double committed. Elsie Coro hit him in the back. Huge play by Cabot running right into Ace Pocket, disrupting his dribble. Wade now the ball bouncing around in the middle. Cabot just able to steal. Ball bounces over Ace Pocket, but Wade there like a great teammate to keep that ball going in the net. Cabot tries to play it off the ceiling. Ace Pocket meets him there. The crossbar is going to help out, and Waiton's going to be able to at least clear it down into the corner. Pranzer runs into him, but now Ace Pocket gets the touchdown to Elsie Coro. One man to beat, but Boise State has to reset on this offensive series.
They were so close down there. They're not getting the touches they want. They're getting these rush touches where they can't get the cars in position because they know they got to take a shot at it. Now they're going to have to clear it out and try to control it here. Ace is always good off the wall there. He forced Panzer to take a terrible shot. Now they're going to play it high off the wall. He just sits in position, ready to take a nice one there. They double commit to it, unfortunately. Oh, huge by Waiton. Gets control of it on the other side and turns it into a Bronco goal. 3-1 Broncos. I mean, Florida.
Great job by Waiton putting a shot on goal. Nobody back for the Mocs, even with the 3-0 lead. They are still pressing, trying to find that fourth goal. 50-50 balls where Boise State needs to make some magic happen. Waiton's going to run into a wall of two. But the ball's going to go bouncing back in front of the Bronco net. Ace Pocket, right after getting boost, is going to have to get a huge save. Ball's going to clear down into the corner. Pranzor is there, and a huge demo onto Ace Pocket is going to slow Boise State down. Ace Pocket respawns, steals the full boost. Ball bounces right over him. What a shot by Disorder, taking advantage of the respawn, and Boise State work cut out for them.
Yeah, if we didn't like these guys, we'd have to hate their guts with a nice little touch like that. We played against these guys so much. Disorder doing what he does best.
Boise State on the 50-50. If they can get a quick goal, the thing can still be kept alive. At least a hope of an overtime, but unfortunately Disorder's going to corral it. Can't play it off the ceiling, but what a recovery. Waiting though, in perfect position, able to steal it back. Time ticking down. Boise State needed a goal yesterday at this point. At least maybe able to prevent the Mocs from getting out from another 5-1 victory. Cabot going to take a shot on goal. Ball bounces high. Recovered there by Pranzor. A centering shot and a double commit by the Mocs as time ticks down. Boise State not able to quite corral this game, but they will have to suffer a 4-1 loss. And Boise State, you are watching Boise State taking on Florida Southern, the Broncos versus the Mocs, and the Mocs now on match point after a 4-1 victory.
Well, hello there, Fish. I was just taking a little bit of a short break, much like a lot of the people in the chat, enjoying hearing Doc come in for some impromptu casting right now. That was something I just had to sit back and enjoy. Made it very exciting. Unfortunately, the outcome still really didn't change. It seems like your worst fears were kind of realized there, Fish, and we saw something a bit similar to Game 1.
Yeah, it was just great side control by the Mocs, really putting the pressure on, not allowing Boise State to get quality touches even when they did get it clear. So really just an excellent job by Florida Southern of keeping side control. Boise State had some opportunities, but the Mocs really going back to that Game 1 plan. But you're a big fan of Patterson Mountain, so if you assume the odd number games are for the Mocs, at least Boise State should be able to force a Game 5.
Hopefully they can. We are going to a Game 4. This is match point for Florida Southern right now, so the Mocs only need to basically did what they did in the first games. But, I mean, patterns can come through, yes, but if that always happened, life would be way too predictable, Fish. So I'm hoping the Broncos can... You know what, actually, I'm realizing that the metaphor I'm saying here is actually me saying that I wish Florida Southern would break the pattern and actually win this, which would mean the Broncos lose. So I take back what I said. Patterns rule. Patterns are the best. Let's hope that Boise State can stick to the pattern and win Game 4 here.
Well, right now they have that early side control that we saw in Game 2. LC Carl going to push it down into the corner, but a great clear by the member of the Mocs, able to push it back down into the Broncos side. Ball's going to take a huge rebound. LC Carl recovers in the mid, waiting, bouncing around there. It is a 1v3, but maybe he can corral it. Going to put a shot on goal, but Disorder with a great save. Ace Pocket going to follow it up. LC Carl couldn't quite get to the ball fast enough. Huge clear by the Mocs, and Cabot wants to put a centering shot on, but nobody can be there.
Now the Broncos, the good news for them is that Florida Southern hasn't scored yet, so keeping it 0-0, waiting for the right opportunity for a big clear to turn into a goal is certainly nice. Florida Southern's going to play it off the wall right toward the Bronco goal. Ace Pocket credited with the save there. Now here comes Wade. And LC Crow is actually going to demo Cabot right now. And might allow the Broncos to score, unfortunately for them. Pranzor is right there playing great defense for Florida Southern. Gets played above LC Crow. Clear is going to keep going, and unfortunately, Ace Pocket right there up in the air didn't have the altitude that he needs to stop that. But it might not matter. Here's Wade just off the right post. It just misses, and they aren't able to get the goal there. My goodness, it certainly that looked like a gift wrap opportunity, but this is even more gift wrap for them as Wade is going to get the first goal.
Yeah, excellent recovery there by Wade, and the Mocs never could get set defensively, even after that first attempt went wide. Boise State doing a great job of corralling that ball and putting the first goal in the back of the net to take the early lead. 50-50 ball gonna go just to the side of the Mocs, but it's still on their field. A meet up in the top of the roof there. Actually gonna go over to Boise State, but Cabot with a huge clear. Ace Pocket though gonna intercept. It would have been an excellent pass, and LC Carl is gonna put it down all the way into the corner. Pranzor is there, not able to corral it though. LC Carl puts it all the way across the net. Wade now going to take that full boost, falling back, sees his opportunity right here, going to push it down into the corner. But Cabot with a great job to intercept that. LC Carl is there, bicycles it right to Ace Pocket. Puts it to LC Coral, but the give and go intercepted and nobody back for the Broncos. Means it's an easy goal. Come on, Cabot. We know you stole that. You didn't need to do that.
Yeah, this is another situation, I think. Oh my goodness, Cabot. Yeah, you know, didn't Doc want to throw a flag on the field in the past game, I assume? Yeah, so I think another flag needs to be thrown on the field there because that's definitely some shenanigans from Cabot. Although Cabot's still proving that maybe he does deserve that goal because he was able to get a great save there for Florida Southern. As Wayton now is up in the air, is going to kind of airborne dribble it, but he gets disrupted, and the ball is pushed back to the center. But in comes Elsie Coro, the shot on goal, right off the top. I wouldn't say off the crossbar, but off the wall, just above the goal. And now Florida Southern definitely wants to try to score here. Elsie Coro with a great save there is going to keep it from going, but they're going to keep following up as the ball, wow, disorder flew right above that one, preventing a shot on goal. The Broncos have been really thanking their lucky star for that one right there, as that unfortunate misplay by the Mock then allow the Broncos to continue to draw this out, try to find the clear that they're looking for, but disorder is going to keep up the side control.
Yeah, Wayton is able to corral. What a steal, though, by Disorder on a pass to LC Coro. And a great job by Pranzer putting a shot on goal. Is going to go wide, though. Wayton not able to corral it fully. Does bounce over Cabot, and Wayton might actually have enough to put it in the goal. He's going to play it off a rebound from Disorder. I thought that was going to be a great save, but Wayton just follows it up, never relented, and just a huge job playing it on the rebound to give Boise State the lead.
And now Florida Southern's proposition of maybe ending this series right now might be slipping away from them, but it's only a 1-goal lead, so anything's possible right now. 90 seconds about left on the clock. In comes Wayton to Cabot, contesting in mid-air. The ball stays in Florida Southern's side of the field. Ace pocket up the wall is going to push it off to the side where Wayton is waiting, and Wayton now tries to center it, but in comes Disorder trying to clear it back over to Bronco territory. It stays in the center of the field. The Broncos not letting the side control go out to Florida Southern, and now towards the goal there. Wayton's going to find the goal, and maybe an unwilling assist from the Mocs there. I got to take another look at this because it was Disorder coming in and trying to clear it off to the side that inadvertently gave that ball the perfect goal to get a score.
Yeah, what a way to get a hat trick if you're Wayton in a game Boise State needed it the most. So the Broncos now with a 3-1 lead, but they've got to hold on for a minute. And right off the 50-50, Disorder's going to redeem himself. Drives it home. My goodness, that's one of the fastest goals you'll ever see.
Well, you know, it kind of makes sense. You make a mistake that results in your own goal. So just a few seconds later, you kind of reset it. It's like the mistake never happened. And now we're back to where we were for the last few minutes. And now 50-50 again. Going to head over to the side as Wayton is able to play it around all three members of Florida Southern, but they quickly regroup and come rushing in. But this might be open for the Broncos as Ace Pocket tries to center it off the wall again. The ball is just going to stay stubbornly in the air, and it's going to be grounded by Disorder off to the side. He's going to play it around one Bronco, but there's a backup waiting there to keep the side control on Boise State's side.
Now Wayton's going to put a shot on goal. Boise State trying to keep the side control up. Ace Pocket not quite able to recover it, but Wayton doing his darndest to keep that ball alive. Shot on goal by LC Crow. What a follow-up at Boise State. That's the goal they needed. Gives them a 2-goal lead with 28 seconds left.
So we normally talk about 30 seconds, you know, comfortably or conservatively if you're performing at your peak to really score a goal. So 30 seconds for Florida Southern now to score 2. It isn't undoable. I think we've definitely seen more goals scored in a similar amount of time. But every second that the Broncos manage to peel off the clock is another second they can breathe a little easier. Branson is going to be credited with the save there from a Boise State shot on goal. They managed to push it into the Broncos territory. They need a goal here, but there is not enough time to score 2, I wouldn't think, especially with a great save by Wayton there. That's going to be the end of round 4. We are heading to the tiebreaker, round 5, to decide this match. this match, which is Boise State versus Florida Southern, the Broncos versus the Mocs, and it is turning into an insane battle that's going all the way down to the wire. Which team will come out victorious? We are about to find out really soon. I'm Jacob Gem Mountain Palmer, joined by Michael Fisher, calling all the action for you right now. Hello to the over 700 viewers in Twitch chat right now. We are glad to have you all with us, and certainly a very exciting match for them to watch.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun going to a Game 5. Boise State rallying there thanks to a hat trick by Wheaton. So let's see what happens in Game 5. The odd number games have been the Mocs, and it really hasn't been that the team that loses comes out strong. So we'll have to see if Boise State can finally put together a 2-game winning streak. So we'll have to see Wheaton having 6 shots. He would be the guy that I think might be able to really propel a Boise State victory in Game 5, but Elsie Crow and Ace Pocket both playing fantastically as well. So this is going to be a crazy game. Wouldn't shock me if we get overtime here at Gem Mountain. These are 2 very evenly matched teams.
Yeah, the game started out with overtime in the first match, so maybe getting 2 bookends there of overtime in the first and 5th match would really be a show of just how evenly matched these 2 teams are, as you have said. I'm going to be really interested to see if Boise State can continue up the side control that they've been improving in. These 2 teams have also been trim partners in the fall, so there has definitely been a good amount of history between these 2 teams, studying each other, knowing each other's skills, strengths, and weaknesses, and it is really showing as both teams have been able to match each other so far in this overall best of 5.
Yeah, Boise State with the early side control advantage until Disorder is going to get a clear. Ace Pocket's going to stop the dribble, and Elsie Crow spikes the ball down, but a great shot by Franzor, and Boise State's going to have to come from behind here in Game 5. Just a huge shot by the Mocs.
You know, Fish, I really don't want to get superstitious here if the pattern is starting to play out yet again, because like you said, the pattern's everything to go by. Boise State won the 2nd and 4th game. Florida Southern won the 1st and 3rd, and now we're on the 5th. So every other game is swapped over to the other team. If there's any time that I want a pattern to be broken, it's now for the Broncos. They try to get it clear here. The ball is in the center, and here comes Elsie Crow, but he's going to be denied that clear. Ace Pocket is now going to try his luck going up the wall, passing it over to Elsie Crow, back over towards the corner of the field. So now all they have to do is set it up, center the ball. But Disorder is going to come right in and push it towards the Broncos. Go right over it. Ace Pocket comes in and clings to the wall right there with all his might. He is still going to be mid-air as Cabot gets the shot on goal. Disorder's going to try to keep it alive. A failed dunk by Elsie Crow is going to lead to almost another goal, but luckily Ace Pocket was there to keep the save.
And Ace Pocket's going to steal that ball away from Franzor, play it over Disorder, but Cabot comes racing in, able to get a save. Waiting tries to clear it around, but Disorder is there, playing a little bit of bumper cars as well. Elsie Crow going to try for the same thing, not going to be able to be as successful as Franzor is going to turn away. Now Ace Pocket keeps it alive. Waiting just beats Disorder to the ball, but that ball's going to go bouncing over to the corner. Elsie Crow taking the full boost, but missing out on the ball. Cabot going to play it over one. Waiting, Elsie Crow double commit, but Boise State's still alive. Ace Pocket trying to play it around in the corner. Franzor's going to put a shot on goal. Not enough recovery time for Waiting, and it's 2-0 Mocs.
See, Ace Pocket tried to play it off the wall there, but the angle really didn't work out. It didn't have a lot of speed, so Franzor just can continue driving where he was originally planning to. He just drove it right into the goal there. 50-50 off in the center. It doesn't get cheated out, and Ace Pocket is able to push it over to Florida Southern. So now the Mocs are going to be searching for the clear. They are able to center the ball. Actually, no, it is cleared back over toward their territory. Ace Pocket off to the side where Waiting is waiting. He now has to try to center it, but in comes Cabot up in midair trying to find a clear. Ace Pocket rushing in off the wall, back to the center, and now we're back where we started basically when the 50-50 came through. But now the Boise State, they're doing a better job with the side control. They've definitely had a good amount of side control, but they haven't been able to change any of their shots on goal to actual goals, and that's a testament to the great defense Florida Southern has shown thus far.
Yeah, the Mocs have been excellent on the defensive end, especially in this game. Waiton's clear, going to be turned away there by Pranzor. Cabot's going to intercept it and try to put a centering shot on. Pranzor's shot going to weakly go to the right of the goal, and Ace Pocket will corral that, but with limited boost, he's not able to get it clear. LC Carl finally able to push it away. Two members of the Mocs are just waiting for that ball and immediately clearing it back. Ace Pocket, just not enough boost to rise up to that ball, but unfortunately for the Mocs, there, Pranzor didn't have enough either. Ball bouncing around in the mid. Now it's going to be tied up between Ace Pocket and a member of the Mocs. Now Ace Pocket's going to win that. He's going to take it around in front of the net, but a huge clear by Cabot's going to basically force a Boise State reset. And the Broncos' time is starting to tick down, just over a minute and a half left in this game. Waiton has an opportunity. It's an empty net situation, but a great job by Disorder to get back and disrupt LC Carl. Ace Pocket now going to push it into the corner. Waiton is there, puts a centering shot on. Unfortunately, LC Carl demoed the goalie, so there was no follow-up for Boise State. That is an opportunity they wish they could have back.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get a demo, definitely demo the goalie and leave the goal wide open, but unfortunately, they had 2 of 3 they needed. They had the centering shot. They had the demo. They just didn't have the follow-up. 2 of members of Boise State were stuck in the corner, and there wasn't one in the center to follow up. So that was definitely a great opportunity for them. They just weren't able to capitalize on it. And now with 1 minute remaining, the Broncos still have a good amount of time to score 2 goals. But if Florida Southern shows some strong side control here, not to mention a goal, they would definitely be able to put a final nail in the coffin to the Broncos' hopes of coming back here. This is the 5th game in a best of 5, so Florida Southern Miss needs to win this one. Boise State needs to win this one. Whoever wins this one is going to be the ultimate victor.
Yeah, Boise State's tied to find a goal is right now, and Ace Pocket nearly did that, but a huge save by the Mocs. They are going to over-pursue the ball, but Boise State double commits, perhaps getting a little bit too anxious. LC Carl going to be behind that one, so time ticking down. Boise State needs to find a goal very quickly. Disorder, though, with a lazy little clear, but it just hits the top of the crossbar. A huge save by Pranzor. Cabot's going to get demoed. LC Carl keeps it alive in front of the Broncos net. They can score quickly. They might have a shot out to 50-50, but the crossbar saves that one, and Boise State, unfortunately, just going to run out of time. I don't think you can score 2 goals in 0 seconds, and the Mocs will hold on. Boise State versus Florida Southern, a back-and-forth series, but that was a great series. It won't be the last time these 2 teams meet. You can see why they're scrim partners, but the Mocs going to be victorious in this one. They're going to have 3-2 series victory.
Yep. Two teams that have screamed, not scream. I'm sure Florida Southern might be screaming in joy right now at that victory, but no, they've scrimmed against each other a lot of times, and that definitely showed in that very close match. Florida Southern ultimately taking the victory, but we've got so much more tonight. We got to keep moving it right along, and you can see MSOE is going to be the next game, but we are going to take a little bit of a short break, seeing how it is kind of the halftime, if you will. So we're going to take a little bit of a short break and be back with more Rocket League.
Students that are graduating with experience in things like streaming and technologies.
Since 2016, universities have been adding varsity esports, competitive intercollegiate video game teams, with nearly 100 colleges and universities now with official programs. Esports is fast becoming the new college sport. But with any dramatic change comes criticism. How could institutions of higher learning promote something so trivial? But when you look a little closer, esports demonstrates, just like other sports, that it's a pathway to something more.
There's several misconceptions when it comes to esports and its place on the university campus. The first and foremost is that people would say it's not a valuable learning activity. It's not a place where people can learn new job-related skills or maybe get a good industry feel for what's happening outside the university environment. And that's just simply not the case. And all evidence points otherwise. There are so many new jobs. The industry is absolutely booming. People are looking for students that are graduating with experience in things like streaming and technologies, marketing, the whole business side, sponsorships. There's the whole graphics and coding component that involved in esports and other video game type of activities that are really important in just terms of jobs and industry.
And on their way to those careers, students who attend schools with varsity esports programs can compete for their university. But in order to be eligible, students have to meet the same high academic standards as other student athletes.
You have to maintain a certain GPA. You shouldn't be playing constantly. You should have like a certain time frame and like practice for like 2 hours a day or 4 hours a day. You shouldn't be just like overwhelming yourself.
Care about your grades first and foremost. As Dr. Haskell said, he cares about our grades first because we came to college to get an education, to get a degree, and then we also get to do what we love and play esports.
Athletics and other university-sanctioned activities bind students together with purpose, a chance to be part of something bigger than yourself, where we learn to work hard, play a role, lose with dignity, win with honor, all for our school. This is why we play.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports broadcast. I suppose you could say that we are in halftime tonight. We've gone through 2 of the 4 Rocket League games, so I suppose you could say this is the Gem and Fish halftime show. I'm Gem, he's Fish, and Fish, definitely Boise State having a bit more of a struggle in that past game. Although I wouldn't necessarily say struggle. I would think struggle's reserved for a game where you're really unable to get any momentum. But Boise State certainly showed that they were very evenly matched with Florida Southern, being able to draw it out to a Game 5. And now Boise State is going to go against MSOE. Any predictions on if this game is going to be going 3 games, 4 games, or 5 games?
You know, I'm gonna go 5 games. I know MSOE is a very talented Rocket League team. We've seen them earlier as part of the NAE Spring series that was unfortunately suspended, and I know they're a very good school. So I'm gonna have to predict 5 games here, Gem Mountain. I think this is going to be a very good series and could be another long one.
You can see Group A and MSOE, like you said, very formidable as Boise State is 1-1 in this match, but MSOE is 2-0. So, you know, it's only 2 games, but you can still say that's undefeated in Group A. And Boise State, maybe they can tie. If they win this game, they'll be tied with MSOE for first place in this group here. Or if St. Clair wins, if St. Clair wins, I suppose, if they're playing against Virginia Wesleyan, I suppose that means we could have 3 teams tied for 2-1, which would be quite interesting to watch. But right now, we just want to focus on Boise State versus MSOE.
Yeah, a win here for Boise State would be huge. They already have a loss to St. Clair in this group, so they can't afford to drop many more games, and they can't really afford to be rooting for a St. Clair loss to Virginia Wesleyan because that's just not how you play sports. You can't just assume your opponent's going to lose. You always assume your opponent that you need to lose is going to win so that you go out and get your own win. So for Boise State, going to be a huge game. I think that's part of the reason why I think this is going to be a very long and contested series because the Broncos know what they are up against. So for Boise State, if they can play, you know, with great side control, if they can get great shots on goal, that's a tongue twister there by itself. But for Boise State, I don't know which squad we're going to see, but it should be a fun series.
It should definitely be. We actually might be doing a bit of a change right now. Sometimes these and Yeah, this is going to be a change in opponents right now. We are not going to be going into MSOE right now. Instead, we are going to be going against San Jose State University. So a bit of a change here, but still definitely some Rocket League action for everyone watching, which I might say, has ballooned to over 800 people now. So 100 more people have joined since that last match. So definitely still a lot to look forward to as more matches are indeed on the way.
Yeah, and San Jose State is a conference foe for Boise State, so it is going to be very interesting to see here. But of course, everything has been really jarred different in all facets. Of course, as you can see, Gem Mountain and I casting from our respective houses here, making sure we are following the stay-at-home order that is at least affecting Idaho. And also making sure the players can play, though, because that's the one nice thing about esports. You don't have to meet on a field. You don't have to meet on a court. You could just play from your house, and you are guaranteed to be at least 6 feet away from everyone else on your team and on the opposing team. So, been a lot of changes, but really in the end, Gem Mountain, besides our location and a bit of technical difficulties, no one would be the wiser.
Yeah, it's lucky that the type of viruses that spread on the internet aren't ones that can affect humans. It might affect us emotionally if our computer catches one, but luckily, in the internet, our physical health is a lot safer. So that's why you see a lot of these types of new tournaments springing up, giving the Broncos and all college teams a bit of a better chance to represent their universities. As we see in this next match, it's going to be Boise State versus San Jose State University. It'll be interesting to see how this match turns out. Now, these past two matches, Fish, definitely haven't been blowouts. They've been 4 matches in the first 4 games in the first match and 5 games in the second. So Boise State is really, whether they win or lose, they've definitely been able to show that they've been able to compete thus far today.
Yeah, Boise State has definitely done very well, very equally matched with both of their opponents, and I know San Jose State is one of the top-tier Rocket League squads in the Mountain West, so we should be in for another long series. I know I made my 5-game prediction about MSOE. Well, you know what? Let's just carry it over. I would not be shocked if this is a 5-game series here for Boise State. Both these squads are very talented. I'm not sure which team we'll see for Boise State, but we know both the Broncos squads are talented, so it's going to be a mixed squad, actually, so it's going to be something we haven't even seen before. I know we have the Broncos and the Busters. I don't know what we'll call this one if it's a mashup of the two, Gem Mountain.
The Brusters. The Broncos, and it's just Boise State. They're all competing under the same university logo. It probably isn't a good idea to try to combine those two squad names because that sounded a little bit too weird. But Boise State hopefully can pull out the victory here. We do see someone in chat suggesting the Branksters or the Brusto. You know what? This is a complicated question, really, Fish. There are so many options.
Well, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for quality content while everyone loads into the game and to pass some time. So it doesn't matter what's.
For a moment there, Fish, I thought instead of quality content, you would have said quality control, which, judging by some broadcasts, I would say your purpose would be served well.
Hey, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to provide entertainment for Twitch chat, and then if there's a cool Rocket League game going on in the background, hey, you know what? I'll cast that as well. But I'm definitely excited here to see how the squads match up, and I'll be curious to see just to track the Boise State communication. We know the two squads themselves have great communication, but when you sometimes swap players over, I don't know how often they scrimmage inter squads, so just something to watch out for. Maybe we'll see some double commits. We'll just be curious to see if communication is a key for either side, because as we talked about, we know it's an inter squad match for Boise State. Don't know how San Jose State wants to approach it, so it's going to be a lot to watch out for in that first game. I think that'll be a really strong sign of what's going to come in this series.
Yeah, the first game has definitely helped set the pace of the match. I do believe in the first match, too. The first match as well as the second match, correct me if I'm wrong, Fish, but the first team to win the match was the team that overall ended up taking the victory, too, at least for these first 2 games, if my memory serves me correctly. So it's been a night of patterns thus far, so maybe that will continue. As I hear the countdown timer starting, we are getting into Game 3 tonight, Boise State versus San Jose State University. Let's get to the action.
Boise State immediately going to have to recover off the 50-50. A shot on goal by Didi going to be turned away, and the counterattack from Baynock just going to go off the top of the crossbar. Boise State not quite able to capitalize there.
Not able to capitalize. Baynock's going to come rushing in, trying to get the clear. And wait a minute. I was told this was going to be a mixed squad, but this looks an awful lot like Baynock, Cosmobuster, and Takidu, a squad we're already pretty used to. So you know what? Whoever's playing right now, they're the Broncos. They're representing Boise State, and I hope they do a great job. And it looked like they almost got scored on there, so great job in terms of defense in that last-minute save coming through. Looking for the clear to come through here against San Jose. Boise State is going to get demoed. Baynock is going to be taken out by It's Johnny, but it's not going to matter as Cosmobuster is going to get a goal for himself.
Yeah, just a great job by Cosmobuster. The one thing that demo did was take It's Johnny out of the play. He wasn't able to recover, couldn't get quite back in time, and Cosmobuster puts that ball on the back of the net. So Boise State now with a 1-0 lead here. 50-50 balls. Cosmobuster and Didi go racing and just going to corral off to the side. Toaster Doggo and Tacky both going to miss on it. So Baynock sees opportunity, wants to try and follow it up, but the ball is going to go right of the goal. Cosmobuster just able to steal it away from the member of the Spartans. Him and Didi going to go up and meet on the wall. Foul bouncing back, but Baynock's going to keep side control. It's Johnny just able to play it around him. Ends up deadening the ball and turning it right back around. So Boise State going to luck out there. Great save by Toaster Doggo, but the side control still on for Boise State. Cosmobuster puts in front of the net. Toaster Doggo with a great clear. Baynock comes racing in. Can't beat Toaster Doggo to the ball. Can he get a shot on goal? The demo comes out on attacking, but Boise State able to recover.
Now Boise State does still have the side control, but it is cleared by San Jose. Cosmobuster, he didn't quite get it. Instead, went off to the side instead of clearing it back towards San Jose. That's a much better shot, centering it, but it gets pushed over to the side where Baynock is. Unfortunately, he's not going to have much time to try to play with the ball because it is going to get pushed away from him back to Boise State's goal. And now around the corner, San Jose is trying to find the centering shot. They're able to find it. It's Toaster Doggo. It's going to be credited with a shot on goal there. Boise State looking for a clear. Baynock's going to find it. And now here comes Toaster Doggo again, trying to get the clear again. He pushes it back toward Boise State.
Yeah, demo on it. It's Johnny is going to slow the Spartans' attack. Cosmobuster doing a great job, sort of lands on that ball and shoots it across the map. They're going to see It's Johnny racing and able to corral it. Gets the clear, but Baynock is there right in front of his own goal. Going to put it up to Tacky just a little bit behind that ball, unfortunately allowing Toaster Doggo to get the steal. Cosmobuster disrupts the dribble. Ball still bouncing on the Broncos side. Baynock able to get it, but It's Johnny with a great defensive play to steal it away from Tacky. Cosmobuster going to put it right back down in the corner. Can't quite play its own rebound as Didi is there. Not able to steal the full boost either. Toaster Doggo with a great shot on goal, but Baynock is there in the 2-on-1. It's Johnny wants to follow it up. Ball goes over the side of Takidu, but it is going to be bounced down into Baynock. He's in the corner. It is a 1-on-2, but the ball takes a wild hop. Goes all the way back across, but Boise State able to recover.
And now I wouldn't say they've recovered thus far because San Jose still has the side control. Once they can get a big clear, I would say that's a better recovery. Toaster Doggo gets demoed, and that's the recovery I'm looking for. A demo with a big clear. Boise State is now back in control of this match. They are almost going to be able to center it, and here comes Takidu trying to get his shot on goal. Then come two members of San Jose State to put a stop to that right away. Now Toaster Doggo is going to have control, going to try to dribble it up the field, but it gets deflected back into the goal by Cosmobuster.
Yeah, this was just a great steal by Cosmobuster. He sees the dribble coming out from Toaster Doggo, just steals it. Nobody back for San Jose. Out getting boost, thinking their member had control of the ball. Just an excellent awareness play by Cosmobuster, and what a great shot as well. 50-50 ball going to meet in the middle. It's Johnny will win that with Didi cheating out. Ball's going to go down into the corner. Baynock racing up, able to just get a touch on it and hit it right over to Cosmobuster, who's able to get a nice clear. Takidu's waiting there as well. His shot on goal, saved by Toaster Doggo. Might have been going a little bit off to the right, though, as well. Baynock, though, wants to follow it up. Ball's bouncing in front of the Spartans net. Didi is going to get the save, though. Takidu keeps the side control alive. Baynock going to hit it right back to Cosmobuster, who just lobs it up right in front of the net. Going to get It's Johnny off his feet and maybe out of the play. Unfortunately, It's Johnny lands in a spectacular spot for the Spartans. Cosmobuster going to put it down to Baynock. That pass, unfortunately, not a follow-up from Cosmobuster, so Boise State got to fall back.
And it looks like a bit of the result of the poll, if there was a name that needed to be found for kind of a hybrid team, they would be called the Branksters. So the Stabobo Branksters would be kind of the alternate universe version of the Broncos, and that has a certain ring to it. The Stabobo Branksters. I like the sound of that. That just pure quality coming from the Twitch chat. It can only come from them, and I'm glad we have them with us right now. But Boise State certainly isn't glad that a goal was scored on them. Some good side control would certainly help them to run off the clock and stop the equalizer from being scored, but it's only one big clear fish that can turn this match around.
Yeah, luckily Baynock was back to turn that one away, but side control remains on the Spartan side. Didi, though, not able to corral it. Shot on goal just goes wide from Toaster Dog on Boise State now. Maybe just needs to get one save and a clear, and they can stall out game one. Cosmo Buster, it is a 2-on-1, a great demo by Baynock, and Cosmo Buster drives it home. What a hat trick, what a time, and Boise State should be your game one winner.
Yep. And I don't think we even need to see the final few seconds of that match. We know how it's going to turn out, and we're going to head right to desk as soon as we can. Maybe we'll see some we'll see some acrobatics there. Now we can see. It just took a few seconds here. Now Boise State certainly off to a good start, is up 1 in this match versus San Jose. But I wouldn't be so, as much as I would love to see the Broncos get a 3-0 victory. Based on how things are going tonight, Fish, I think we might at least be seeing a game 4.
Yeah, Boise State did an excellent job, but San Jose State also doing an excellent job, getting a ton of shots on goal, just a little bit to the left or right, maybe sometimes a little bit high, that crossbar that we've been talking about all night coming in clutch for Boise State. But yeah, these are two very evenly matched squads. I would not be shocked if we had a game 4 or a game 5, but right now Boise State, off of a great win, really off of Cosmo Buster scoring all 3 goals. 6 shots, 3 goals, that 50% conversion rate, something you love to see. So if Boise State can keep that up, even if San Jose State is a talented squad that we know they are, you can't allow a one member to score 50% of the time. So that's going to be job 1 for the Spartans, turning away those Cosmo Buster shots, and really some of those plays he made were spectacular.
Yeah, speaking of Cosmo Buster, someone in Twitch chat says they don't think it's going to go to a game 4 because they think Cosmo Buster is playing so good today.
Yeah, Cosmo Buster's been playing fantastic, but I know there's at least one Mountain West All-Star on the side of San Jose State, so you can't count out the Spartans just yet. They're a very talented squad. I do believe the last time that the Spartans and Broncos met, it was a Spartans victory. I don't quite remember which squad was playing, but still, they proved their ability to get the victory. It was a 7-game series. I do remember that, and I think there was a key sub.
I remember that too.
Yeah, it was a key sub by the Spartans that came in, so we'll have to see. But they've proven themselves to be very quality opponents. So for Boise State, I would not count anything out. Even if Cosmo Buster's playing out of his mind, there are just as many talented players on the side of San Jose State.
That's why I'm a little bit glad that it's best of 5 in these current tournaments and not best of 7, because, my goodness, if we had to do 4 best of 7 games in a row, my goodness, my voice would be giving out by the end of the night. And I have no doubt that it would go to a game 6 or 7 tonight based on the kind of performances that we have been seeing. Because a lot of the teams have been very evenly matched in all 3 matches thus far.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we did get a shout-out in Twitch chat by Cabot, who is a member of Florida Southern. At least I can only assume someone hasn't stolen his Twitch identity. Giving a shout-out to Wayton, who said he just played out of his mind, had a shot number that is just even too high to comprehend. I don't know if he had that many, but he definitely had a lot.
I can comprehend it. I can comprehend it, Fish, even without commas. That's 78,390,127,930 shots, which I think might just be a bit of an overestimation, but that's how many that he thinks Cosmo Buster has been able to get. Oh, Wayton has been able to get. Excuse me.
I'm more impressed that you read that number without commas. And Cabot has assured us that is not someone who stole his identity. Cabot is coming in to watch after his very well-played match against Boise State. And coming out victorious, he played very well himself. So let's not leave himself short of how well he played. But yeah, it's been a ton of Rocket League fun. I know when you and I heard it was going to be a 4-match night, we sort of groaned just for our own vocal cords' sakes, because it was just going to be a strenuous night, and these players have added to it by going 4 and 5 games. So we are definitely in for a long night, Gem Mountain, but a fun night of very skilled Rocket League play.
And you can see we are in the arena just getting ready to start this next match. We can see the team members logging in, and the countdown timer starts down. We're into, it says game 1 of 5 on the thing, but everyone knows we're in game 2 of 5 right now with the Broncos leading in 1 game and now 1 goal in the second match. It's Baynock right off bat gets the first goal for the Broncos.
Yeah, just a great play by Baynock. They're just under Toaster Doggo there. What a play. We've talked about it all the time. Anything can happen on those 50-50 balls in those first couple of seconds while it's bouncing around and everyone's getting their footing. Takidu going to get a huge clear off the second 50-50. Going to put it in front of the net, but Toaster Doggo there this time to get a clear. Can't get the follow-up. Opening up Cosmo Buster for a shot on goal. It's Johnny easily able to corral it. Drives over the ball, though, but also stalls out Baynock, so Didi is able to take control. Cosmo Buster prevents it from putting a shot on goal. Ball bouncing around. So are the cars as there are double commits from both sides all over the place. Boise State just able to recover, but Didi now trying to corral it in the corner, place it over Baynock. We are going to see Takidu is there. Toaster Doggo and Baynock run into each other, also moving the ball just a little bit. It's Johnny placing around a couple of members. That ball's right in front of the Bronco net. Unfortunately for the Spartans, there's no follow-up. Finally, Didi gets a touch, but that slow-moving ball easily able to be corralled by Boise State.
And now Toaster is looking to try to find a clear, stopped right in the middle of the field by Baynock. Didi comes charging in there, and now it finally is cleared back to the center, and look at the passes coming from the Broncos. Baynock to Cosmobuster, back to Baynock. Takidu with the shot on goal there. Now here comes Baynock trying to center it up. It gets pushed back by San Jose. Back to Boise State's goal by Toaster. But here comes Baynock, and look at that goal from that angle. They are so skilled, the Broncos. It just takes my breath away every time how meticulously they can control the ball in midair and right off the crossbar. Cosmo Buster with the follow-up, pushing the Broncos into a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, that was an excellent play there by Boise State. Excellent play by Cosmo Buster. Didi just doing all he can, but he was mid-backflip, so he wasn't able to recover. 50-50 ball now for Boise State. We're going to see Cosmo Buster meet in the mid. Didi there as well as Baynock tried to cheat it up. Ball's going to bounce all the way over into the corner. Didi is able to be there. A huge demo goes out onto Baynock as well. Unfortunately for the Spartans, they are not able to capitalize, and Baynock will respawn. Taki's going to try and play it off the ceiling. Ball still bouncing around in the mid. Didi just barely gets a touch on it. Going to try and follow that up as well. Sort of fakes out Cosmo Buster. That was a tricky little play there, but unfortunately Baynock was waiting back in the perfect position. Not able to get the ball, but he will get the demo. Should allow Boise State an opening here.
Yeah, I even think the opening is more on the side of San Jose State Fish. As there's, oh, excuse me. I would say the opening might be for San Jose State instead of Boise State. Their Fish, as San Jose is going to be credited with that goal. It's going to draw them in to being just 1 goal behind with 3 minutes left. Definitely enough time for them to try to come back here. And now Boise State is going to try to come in, get to a 2-goal lead, but not if it's going to be cleared like that, right toward the goal, and just like that, Toaster Doggo gets the equalizer, bringing San Jose State back into a tie.
Yeah, we've talked about the passes that this Boise State squad can make, but that was textbook passing there from the side of San Jose State. It's Johnny from his own goal, puts it all the way down to midfield, right for Toaster Doggo. That was a picture-perfect pass to tie this game at 2. 50-50 ball is going to be stolen away by Toaster Doggo down in the corner. Baynock not quite able to steal it. Didi is there, though. And the side pressure up for the Spartans. Can Boise State find the clear? Cosmobuster able to beat It's Johnny to the ball. Baynock just stops Toaster Doggo from corralling him, but does send it back towards his own net. Cosmobuster finally able to play it off the wall, able to get the clear as well, but It's Johnny waiting there to turn away that shot on goal. Boise State might be able to follow it up as Didi misses off the wall. Taki comes charging in. Cosmobuster runs it right into It's Johnny, an open net situation. Toaster Doggo smartly going to put that ball in the air, but Baynock was waiting. Another huge save by It's Johnny. The Spartans have been doing excellent defensively. Another shot. Boise State just peppering these shots on the Spartan goal, but a great series of saves there for the Spartans is going to keep us tied at 2. Down in the corner, not able to corral it and out of boost, so he will go racing over into the corner, steal the full boost while Cosmobuster puts another shot on goal. Going to put it right to Baynock. All that boost going to be used to put the ball above the net. Tries to follow it up. My goodness, that ball's halfway in the net, and Boise State couldn't find it. This San Jose State Spartan defense has been incredible the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, quite credible, although, you know, you got to credit it to San Jose. Although they have good defense, I would say at least Boise State is in the better position. I would rather be in the position of maintaining the side control, just keep putting those shots on goal, because eventually one is going to get through. They haven't really allowed San Jose State to get any sort of momentum in the past couple of minutes. And now Boise State might have finally, like I just said, one is eventually going to get through. And that's going to be credited to Cosmo Buster right here. And I think there was a little bit of a pinball here. Yeah, Toaster trying to clear it, but it bounces right off Cosmo Buster in a split second back towards the goal, putting Boise State into a 1-goal lead. And now it's 1 minute 16 seconds left on the clock. Boise State can't relax too much because, as we see from San Jose State, 1 goal can tie it up again within Bronco territory. I'm a bit nervous right now, Fish. I want the Broncos to clear this right now.
Well, they are able to get a semblance of a clear, but Didi's going to pass it over to Toaster Daga, who tries to pop it up in the air. Actually able to play it around Baynock, but Cosmo Buster there in time. Not able to play his own rebound. It's Johnny able to corral it. Baynock tries to put the clear out, but Didi is there, popping the ball high into the sky. Takadu barely gets a side mirror on it, and the ball's ended up bouncing right in front of the Bronco net. Baynock's now going to try and clear it. It's Johnny in perfect position. Didi's shot is going to go high, but Cosmo Buster able to prevent any sort of rebound, cleared out to midfield, but It's Johnny is there. The Spartans now finding themselves as the aggressor. 30 seconds to find the game-tying goal. Cosmo Buster able to clear it off into the corner. Didi, though, right off the wall in perfect position. Ball bouncing in front. Toaster Dago just had over-pursued it, and that allowed Boise State to turn away a great shot by It's Johnny. Ball going to be cleared out once again. Cosmo Buster retreating. The Broncos know they just need to hold on for 10 more seconds. Ball's going to go off the back corner into the wall. Toaster Dago not able to play on it. Cosmo Buster, unfortunately, is out of boost, which allows San Jose State to keep this ball alive. Didi, though, misses, and that was the change right there. The ball just harmlessly falls on the turf, and Boise State goes to match point.
Celebration there, and definitely a win is a win, but I don't know if I would be completely celebrating, because that got really nerve-wracking for the past couple of seconds there. Boise State just pulling out the victory. Now they just need one more. And some Ducks keys to the game, which have changed. It looks like Demo Didi, Demo Toaster, Demo Johnny, and Score. So just, you know what? I like those keys to the game. Those are very simple to understand, Fish. Explosions and goals.
Those really explosions and explosions, because the ball explodes when you score a goal for the most part too. So those are some fantastic keys to the game. I'm still a little sad we don't have praise the post as one of our keys to the game, because the post has been coming up huge the entire night. But yeah, if you do that, you will definitely win, and you will have some very angry Spartans as well if you keep demoing them. But for Boise State, they put themselves in excellent opportunities, but San Jose State's been right there. They almost got it back. They had 30 seconds of just great shot after great shot as well. So I would not be shocked to see San Jose State come out here with a victory in Game 3. These are two very talented Rocket League teams, and Boise State just a slim margin of victory there in Game 2.
A slim margin. Hopefully they can have a little bit of a bigger margin in Game 3. And I'm just going to say, Fish, I want a 3-0 victory. I want the Broncos to finally get a bit of a shutout in a match and just drive it home. And definitely, San Jose, as soon as I say, you know what, Fish, you take this as you just take this as I wallow in my disappointment.
Yeah, I'm going to blame you on that one. That was a caster curse if I've ever heard it. But for Boise State, they'll have to play from behind the first time this series with the 50-50 ball. As we just saw, anything can happen. Ball bouncing towards the Spartans, then a double command. Takadu actually able to win that. Cosmo Buster racing for the ball. Not quite able to get the shot he wants, though. And Baynock has to corral it. Ball still bouncing in front of the net. What a shot by Cosmo Buster. Just not quite fast enough. Easily turned away by a member of San Jose State there. Takadu able to recover it. Comes flying in. Going to get the pass over to nobody as It's Johnny was in perfect position. Cosmo Buster goes up for the ball. Going to be bouncing harmlessly in the mid. Didi going to put a shot on goal. You can see It's Johnny was back there trying to be a nuisance, almost stealing Doc's keys to the game and putting those demos out onto Boise State. Toaster Dago with a great interference on that follow-up. Unfortunately for San Jose State, they couldn't get another shot. Didi going to put that ball in front of the Bronco net. Boise State turning away shot after shot. Toaster Dago now going to put it in front of the net. Cosmo Buster comes in, just able to get the clear with the help of Baynock as the ball bounces down into the other corner. Toaster Dago, though, recovers it, and Boise State's got to be on the defensive once again.
Yeah, the side control is really kind of evaporated for Boise State. A very clear contrast to what we saw in the last game. Now they finally managed to get it over in the Spartans territory. Hopefully that can continue for them as they try to get some shots on goal. It goes right above the San Jose goal, right in front of it, and Baynock actually scored it, and that looked like Didi might have actually nudged that in unintentionally here. And I wish this was a better camera. Okay, no, he didn't. It was Baynock who put it in there. Just from this camera angle here, it looked like Didi might have fallen on top of the ball and pushed it in. But no, it was Baynock with his skill, with his gusto, getting the equalizer for Boise State and making this a match again.
Yeah, Boise State off the 50-50, still in the mid there. Finally, DD able to steal it away from Cosmo Buster. Ball bouncing in front of the Bronco net. Unfortunately, a demo comes out on a Tacky, but the Spartans weren't able to score. Tacky is going to spawn right in front of the ball and might have himself a great opportunity. Gets the full boost, but DD is able to steal it away. Cosmo Buster now going to try and get a clear to Baynock. It's Johnny's going to intercept it. Toaster Doggo with the centering pass, but Cosmo Buster has been all over the place. He's going to get that save. Tacky in front of his own net, not able to corral it, but no one of San Jose State was there. Baynock able to play it over at Didi, but Toaster Doggo steals it away. Ball in front of the net, but it is going to be cleared away, at least for a second, by Tackinu, and then Cosmobus are going to be able to push that one away. But a member of San Jose was waiting in front of the net. Baynock, though, shot on goal, just goes high, and Tackinu sees his opportunity. Shot on goal, nobody's there. Then Boise State takes the 2-1 lead.
That is just seeing your opportunity and going for it wholeheartedly right off the front bumper, like a bomb, just zeroed in right on the goal line too. So very hard for the Spartans to respond to that in that split second, and just perfect for the Broncos to put them in the lead. Now the Spartans definitely searching for a goal of their own, as it's gonna go right into Boise State's goal slowly. And I have to think that demo played a good part in that. As you can see right there, you can see Baynock was demoed, and that left the goal wide open for the Spartans to score.
Yeah, that was a huge demo by DD. As we talked about, Doc's piece of the game was get the demos onto San Jose State, but that demo was huge for the Spartans. 50-50 ball going to be a key for the Spartans. Still have it down in the corner. Cosmos corrals it for just a moment. DD over pursues, just slightly losing control of the ball, and Boise State gets a huge clear down. It's Johnny going to play that one over Bay, not going to keep dribbling it in the air. Can't quite get it over Cosmobuster, just able to nick it with his front bumper, and Boise State might be able to turn this into something. Unfortunately, Tackinu out of boost, going to steal the full quarter boost of the Spartans. Baynock is there, plays it around a couple, but it's Johnny's going to meet him at the ball. Put it all the way off the back walls. We tick down under 2 minutes left in a very tight game. And right now, Boise State just needs to survive another onslaught of shots by San Jose State.
Well, they have gotten a bit of side control back in their favor now. The Spartans are going to try to clear it, but it's not going to go through as Baynock now pushes it in front of the goal. Here comes Cosmobuster, unfortunately missed this, allowing the clear to go through way back over to Boise State's goal. That was very unfortunate there, because if they had managed to keep the side control going, that would have given them a much better opportunity to try to score a goal. Unfortunately, Cosmobuster's clear is dunked back toward Boise State, and now it's going to be centered, but not if Tacky has anything to say about it. Ball goes high in the center of the field. Now here comes Cosmobuster, playing it around the Spartans, going to try to dribble it up the field. Boise State still searching for that goal. Ball is being contested pretty fiercely here, Fish. It is going back and forth between both zones here. Neither team really allowed to get the side control going. Although San Jose, I would give them the slight edge in the side control for the past minute, but still really fierce battling.
Yeah, neither team's been able to hold the ball for long. A lot of dribbles have been disrupted, but as you mentioned, San Jose State has had the opportunities, and we talked about that's the position you want to be in, but a huge clear down to Cosmobuster, gonna be disrupted. Eventually, one of these shots for San Jose State you think might find the goal, and Baynock has to come up with a huge save to keep us tied with 30 seconds left. Able to play it around Didi. Toaster Doggo shot is going to be turned away. Boise State maybe trying to find a last-second goal. Tacky just going to hit it back toward his own end. Cosmobuster able to put it up in the air over to Baynock, plays it right under Didi. Cosmobuster is there, going to play a shot forward, but it's Johnny who's going to get the steal as we have 20 seconds left before we're headed to overtime. Boise State could win the series with a goal and a win in Game 3. Baynock not able to corral it, so right now San Jose State has all of the momentum. They just haven't been able to turn it into this third goal. Baynock finally able to pop it up in the air. It's Johnny going to put a shot on goal. It'll go high. Cosmobuster and Baynock both go for the ball. and Boise State's going to head into overtime.
Alrighty, this is overtime, golden goal situation. Whoever gets the next goal is going to win this game, and if Boise State gets the next goal, they win the overall match 3-0. One of the things I said I would love to see, but the Spartans have been putting up an amazing fight thus far. The ball tries to get cleared there, but dives a little in the center. Is going to go up high, back towards Boise State's goal. Baynock on the ball. Is going to be able to play it around the Spartans over towards the goal. Chicago with the save. Now here comes Cosbuster. Centers it for his teammates. Takidu isn't able to follow up, so Baynock has to stop the clear from coming through. And it's pushed way back over towards Boise State's goal. Chicago plays it above the Broncos and is able to find the victory in overtime. We're going to a game 4, Fish.
Yeah, we are. Just a very contested game. A great shot by Toaster Doggo, catching Boise State without anyone in the back there, as you do see. It is a 2-1 series lead for Boise State. I think we had to restart the series. That's why Rocket League's saying it's just 1-1. But a very tight series. There's a reason it went to overtime. So for Boise State, you got to watch out, because this might be headed to a game 5 just as quickly as it was headed to a game 4.
Yeah, it's gone to a game 4 fight. You got to give it to Toaster Doggo coming out on top for the Spartans. 6 shots and 2 saves, so he was definitely there. 2 goals, so 6 shots, 2 saves, 2 goals. Definitely coming through for the Spartans, putting them back into the mix. And like you said, Fish, we have gone to game 5s. We have seen reverse sweeps happen before, so the Broncos can't rest too easy right now, because they still have to pull out one more victory.
Yeah, this is 2 very evenly matched Rocket League teams, so I would not be shocked if we see another 1-goal game. So for Boise State, just got to hold on there in the end. Just got to try and find a way to get side control, because we had a ton of saves. I think Baynock had 5 and Cosmobuster had 6. The only problem was you don't want to have that many saves. That's just going to be a recipe for disaster. We've talked about it for Boise State. If you get those shots, that's the spot you want to be in, because eventually they'll go in. You can't score any goals if you're just making great saves. So for Boise State, they can regain the side control they had in games 1 and 2. I think game 4 should go their way, but San Jose State proving why they are just as talented as the Broncos.
Alrighty, game 4. The Broncos still need to win just 1 game to get the overall victory in the series. You're going to play it above San Jose's goal. The follow-up from Cosmobuster going to be saved by Toaster Doggo. Here comes Takidu again off to Cosmobuster. Cosmo misses the ball, but in comes Baynock. The Broncos definitely off to an aggressive start, trying to get the shots on goal and keeping the side control going, at least for the first 20 seconds, onto San Jose State. And now the Broncos need to find the clear. We cannot have this same situation. San Jose State having such control over the ball, and a nice shot toward the goal there is going to get deflected by the Spartans. Broncos follow up with Takidu off of the crossbar. Ghostbuster with the second follow-up, and he manages to find it, putting the Broncos into an early lead.
Just a great shot by Cosbuster. You can see both members of San Jose State already committed on the left. Toaster Doggo not quite in the greatest position to make that save, having just made one. So excellent positioning by Cosbuster, excellent accuracy as well to put it in a spot where nobody can get it. 50-50 ball. Gonna go to the side of San Jose State, but a nice clip onto Toaster Doggo is gonna disrupt his dribble. Didi, though, able to get the save. Unfortunately, his pass to Johnny is stolen away. Toaster Doggo can't get it clear either, as Cosmobuster right in his face. Takidu gonna play it off the wall. Baynock, though, smartly waiting back, predicting a clear from San Jose State, and that is exactly what happens. Cosmobuster gonna play it off the back wall. It's Johnny gonna give it a little bit of extra height. Takidu gonna be able to clear it. Now that ball ricocheting all the way back to the Bronco goal until Baynock is able to get the clear. But right now, Toaster Doggo wants to try and get the follow-up. The post is there. Takidu does get launched out of the way, and Itcha Johnny is gonna prevent a clear and plays it perfectly to tie this game back up.
Yeah, that was some great disruption from the Spartans, just kind of pushing Boise State out of the way. See, he ran into Cosmobuster there, and it's Johnny had a wide open goal, scoring on it. 3 minutes, 42 seconds left in this match. We are tied up again, just showing that the Spartans are not going to go away silent. They're going to keep this game going for as long as they can and maybe pull off a reverse sweep. Right now, it is right above the goal. It's Johnny is going to push it over to the corner. In come Takidu. He's going to have to go back for some boost. Ball is being kind of ping-ponged right between the corners, and ooh, a great shot there, just a little bit too wide of a shot. doesn't go in the goal, but from my angle, it looked like it had a great shot of going in. Now some side control coming through for the Spartans. Boise State is finding themselves needing to clear it right off the crossbar. Cosmo Buster plays it around Didi, and now he's going to be facing down Toaster. The ball heads back over to the Spartans territory, but is cleared right back to the Broncos.
Boise State gonna try and come up with a clear. Didi not able to play it. Baynock gonna get a demo onto the ball. Unfortunately, Toaster Dago with a huge save. Cosmo Buster plays it off the back wall. Tacky there to try and keep side control up. It's Johnny though, gonna steal that ball and try and set up something for Didi. Gonna actually dribble it in himself. And Boise State just barely able to turn that one away. I thought It's Johnny might have been able to make an excellent solo play. Cosmo Buster now trying to get it clear. One man to beat, but he can't quite get it over It's Johnny. Who's not going to have it down in the corner, put the centering shot on, but just way too fast in front of the Broncos net. And he is going to steal that back boost from Cosmo Buster, but unfortunately for Boise State, that's going to result in a lack of side control. Just now able to get the clear. It's Johnny's not able to corral it. Cosmo Buster
is going to be able. Oh, yeah. Sorry there, Fish. Cosmo Buster is going to be able to get the goal. They see Tacky, you set that up for him, and Cosmo Buster comes right in off the right side of his front bumper, able to drive it into the goal there.
50-50 ball for Boise State. Gonna be met in the mid. Toaster Dago able to corral it. Baynock and Cosmo Buster steal it away from him. Gonna bump Cosmo Buster out of the way. Didi just like that. Gonna tie it back up once again. My goodness, anything can happen on these 50-50s. Cosmo Buster doing a great job being shoved out of the way by Toaster Dago, and then Didi puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, this has really been the Spartans' modus operandi, is being able to equalize the match right after Boise State scores a goal, taking any wind out of their sails, and right off the 50-50, Didi is going to be able to get a goal really quick there and push the Spartans into the lead.
Yeah, just an excellent shot by Didi. Crazy things happening on the 50-50, and Boise State now trailing once again. We'll see if they have a rally in them. 50-50 ball going to be met in the mid. Both members cheating out, also going to run into each other. A slight advantage for It's Johnny, but Cosmo Buster comes in. He's going to put a shot on goal, turned away though by Toaster Dago. Going to follow it up though. It's Johnny going to get the save, so Cosmo Buster trying his darndest to tie this game back up. He'll let Baynock put the shot on goal, goes above the net. Cosmo Buster doesn't see the angle he likes, especially with a save coming out from Toaster Dago. He'll instead center to Tacky. That's going to be turned away though. Toaster Dago just getting enough on that ball to redirect it, but Baynock's going to put it home. And Boise State, just like that, I think we've had 3 goals in the last 30 seconds, Jim Mountain.
Yeah, this match is turning out to be quite insane. Both teams seem to be performing at their peak thus far, really not allowing any team to get any sort of footing. As soon as one team gets some momentum, the other team is stepping up their game. It might just be a matter of who has the ball last when the clock runs out. And look at that, another shot on goal coming through. It's going to bounce off the crossbar. It's like the Spartans, they want to get a goal now that the Broncos have gotten one and put themselves back into a lead. Now Tacky Do in mid-air is going to pass it over to Cosmo Buster. Maybe try to get a goal here, but the ball's back in the center.
Yeah, it looked like Boise State trying to set up a nice little give and go. Unfortunately, just not the angle Cosmo Buster wanted. But Tacky has it down in the corner, not able to play it correctly. But it is going to be there for Cosmo Buster to recover. It'll take a couple of members of the Spartans to double commit to turn that one away. Baynock now going to have to race up. Tacky plays it off the wall, centering it for Cosmo Buster. That is dangerous, though, as Didi's there. Actually going to play it over Cosmo Buster. And now Tacky is able to recover, present a shot on goal from It's Johnny. Baynock going to play it over Toaster Dago. Cosmo Buster getting set up for the mid-clear, but Didi is there. Side troll going to be kept up as Cosmo Buster just barely keeps away from Didi, and with 30 seconds left, Jim Mountain, we'll see who has the ball last. Right now, Boise State trying to get it clear. Baynock plays it around a couple. It's a 2-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2 if Cosmo Buster can recover, but a demo onto Tacky He was going to slow that down at the worst possible time for Boise State, and now the Broncos have to get back.
They have to try to find some sort of way to push it over into Spartan territory. At the very least, stop a goal from being scored, because they are in a dangerous situation right now. Off the crossbar, counterattack coming through for the Spartans at the last second. Toaster Dago being able to outplay the Broncos right there. You can see Cosmo Buster drops down to the ground, and as soon as he does, Toaster Dago sees his opportunity to push it right over him and get a victory. 4 seconds left. You know, we've seen some crazy stuff happen over the 50-50. but with it being pushed to the side now, the Broncos are going to have to keep this up in the air to try to push it toward overtime. Ball is still in the air. Oh my goodness! That was about as close as you could have gotten. The ball hitting the ground right before the goal line. Boise State is going to have to go to a Game 5, like we were saying. The Broncos cannot rest easy because the Spartans are definitely going to be putting on a show for us tonight.
Yeah, that was about as close as you can get to tying a game without tying it, unfortunately. Though there was a member back for San Jose State, so it's impossible to say what could have happened. Boise State, though, you look at the stats, and you got to love the way they played. 12 shots on goal for the Broncos, just 7 for San Jose State. Most of the time, that would suggest Boise State would get the victory, but just a great job by Didi scoring 2 goals back-to-back, and then by Toaster Dago getting the game winner. So for Boise State, they know they have to be very prepared for this Game 5. San Jose State proving to be a very tough team, coming back and almost pulling out a reverse sweep. We'll have to see what happens in Game 5.
Yeah, it is anyone's game. Both teams have been so even. I don't know, that last game kind of epitomized evenness because one team scored a goal or the other team tied it up. Then the team that tied it up maybe got a goal, and then like 10 seconds later the other team scored a goal. So it was back and forth, almost went to overtime, but the last second goal for the Spartans helped put them ahead and drive it to this final game, Game 5 of 5.
Yeah, the 50-50 is going to go to the side of Boise State with Baynock getting a huge clear. Didi, though, going to answer right back, put it all the way down to the Bronco corner. It's Johnny going to pull off smartly. Cosmobuster plays it off the roof. Can't get his own rebound to follow up, though. It's Toaster Dago, who has been everywhere for the Spartans, going to put a shot on goal. Has to be saved by Takidu. Didi, though, going to corral it in the corner, driving it over one member of Boise State, but Cosmobuster there. An excellent rotation by the Boise State Broncos. But unfortunately, the side control just has been all San Jose State to start with.
Yeah, great side control, and another shot on goal is going to come through. Boise State has to thank the crossbar. It's going to come rushing in as this Johnny gets demoed by Baynock, who gets the goal. That was such a good play because it's Johnny just got demoed. He respawned right here, came rushing in only to get demoed again by Baynock, and the goal is secured for the Broncos.
Yeah, that is excellent situational awareness by Baynock, being able to drive in front of the ball. But Cosmobuster's going to say, hey, I can do that too. He's going to put a huge shot on goal, not even let us explain what just happened. 50-50 balls are crazy gem out, and Cosmobuster shows why. A half-court snipe into the back of the net.
Now, a 2-0 lead, you would think that's a good start for the Broncos to get up here. I would say, based on what we've seen, it is not nearly enough. I want to see, a 4-goal lead by the Broncos before I start being a bit better by this, because San Jose has shown they can score like 2 goals back-to-back in 20 seconds like that. So this is not, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a slam dunk for the Broncos right now, because 10 seconds can completely change this match. And we've seen that multiple times in this match so far with the Spartans.
Right now, Boise State has to just worry about the Spartans having side control. Toaster Dago going to put a shot on goal. What a save by Cosmobuster, readjusting in midair. Didi, though, going to put the clear up. It's Johnny puts a shot on goal. Bounced over Takidu, but Baynock is there. Maybe one of the few times a double commit works out in the Broncos' favor. Nearly a double commit there as Baynock is able to clear. Takidu goes flying off the wall like he got shot out of a cannon. Only problem is he didn't hit the ball. Cosmobuster able to steal it away from Didi. Ball bouncing over towards the mid. Toaster Dago with a very weak shot on goal. Follows up his own rebound nicely. Puts it over into the corner. Didi's going to put a centering pass just a little bit behind It's Johnny. And that might be enough for Boise State to recover. It's Johnny, though, does a great job playing it around Cosmobuster. Pressure's going to follow up with a huge double commit and double whiff from San Jose State. Opens it up for Boise State to at least try and find a clear here.
Yeah, but look at Cosmobuster. I'm worried for him. He has not had a lot of boost for the past 30 seconds or so. He still doesn't have any boost and isn't able to pick up any as he flies right over the 100 right there. There's only so much that he can do with no boost. Now he has it. It goes right over the goal of the Spartans. In comes Baynock trying to center it up. Takidu and Cosmobuster are both waiting in the wings. Now here comes Cosmobuster. Misses the ball, unfortunately. And now the Broncos are trying to find another clear. Maybe just try to run out the clock. But I would say maybe try to run out the clock in the fact that they do have a fairly nice lead here. but then again, I wouldn't call this fairly nice because the Spartans could turn this around so quickly. Another shot on goal there, blocked by Didi. Another follow-up coming through here by Toaster Doggo. Isn't going to find it. Sorry, Fish. That was a split second there. And it looked like they might have been able to get a follow-up there that might have gone in.
Well, Boise State at least is going to have the side control. This package is going to hand it over to Cosmobuster, over to Baynock in the corner. Unfortunately, Baynock not quite able to get a centering shot. Didi not quite able to cherry pick it. Ball goes over him. Huge shot on goal by It's Johnny. Turned away. Toaster Doggo's shot way too high, but Boise State has to wait it out. It's Johnny comes flying in. Didi's going to keep the ball alive, but Cosmobuster steals it down in the corner. Ball bouncing towards midfield, now all the way over to the other Bronco corner. Toaster Doggo is there, but Tacky do a huge pickup of that full boost, able to allow himself to recover. Steals away from Didi. It's Johnny, though, is going to have the follow-up, and a great job by Didi. I think Baynock was watching out for the demo, and Toaster Doggo is going to put a shot on goal, but Didi running a perfect distraction. I think Baynock thought he was going to get demoed, had to be a little bit careful, and couldn't quite get that ball.
Well, like I said, I wasn't too comfortable with a 2-goal lead because of how quickly San Jose State can turn things around. Ball heads off to the side, off the 50-50. Baynock off the wall. He's going to be able to center it, but Didi comes in playing some great interference for the Spartans. Now the ball heads back to the center of the court. Didi with the follow-up. Baynock with a nice clear there, and it gets pushed off to the side by Cosmo Buster. Broncos still managing to maintain some sort of side control, but in comes the Spartans with another shot on goal, and Baynock with a save there. He's going to keep the Broncos' hopes alive. 1 minute left. The Broncos with just a 1-goal lead that could be evaporated at any second by a good Spartan shot.
Yeah, Boise State is able to get it clear. Baynock going to put a shot on goal. Good job by Cosmobuster, smartly falling back, though. You don't want to overcommit when you have the lead. A huge demo comes out onto It's Johnny. Boise State might have an opportunity to extend it, but Toaster Doggo keeps the hopes alive for San Jose State. And now with 30 seconds left, the Spartans come racing down. It's a 3-on-3. It's Johnny's going to pop it up in the air. Cosmobuster able to corral it right on top of the Broncos net. Not able to get the clear, unfortunately, so Didi's able to corral it, but Baynock with a huge clear racing down, and he's going to give the Broncos a 2-goal lead when they needed it most.
Yeah, Baynock has definitely been the type to really kind of get these solo goals, capitalizing on the open net. We saw it in the first goal, too, of him being able to get 2 demos and use that to get the goal. So Baynock really coming through here in this final game against the Spartans, and that 1 goal could be just what the Broncos needed to finally get the advantage as the clock ticks down, and we are down to 5 seconds right now. I don't think there's enough time for the Spartans to get 2 goals. Now the ball just needs to hit the ground, and it's going to go toward the center of the field. The Spartans are going to try to keep it up in the air, but I would say for all intents and purposes, this game, this match is over, and the Broncos pull out the victory.
Yes, they do. We did have to restart the series there. If you're just joining us and wondering why Rocket League said it was a 2-2 series tie, we had to play the first game in a different series and then had some technical difficulties. So the Broncos are your 3-2, your 3-1 game winners, your 3-2 series winners there. But as we talked about, Jim Mountain, just a very, very tightly contested Rocket League game. Both these teams are very, very highly skilled. It's just so fun to have a team like San Jose State in your conference, knowing you get to play them a lot, knowing you'll see them a lot. It's just a back and forth series every time they meet. We've gone 7 games with them. Now we've gone 5 games. This Rocket League isn't best of 10, or best of 11. I mean, we'd be here all night.
Yeah, and it's those kind of rivalries that are really the best. Those are the rivalries that I want there to be. I don't like rivalries where one team usually kind of wipes out the other team, but there's still this kind of rivalry that goes on. I like a rivalry. To me is a true rivalry when you don't know what's going to happen when both teams meet. They are both very capable teams, and we definitely saw that. We do have player of the game coming through for that amazing match that you just saw. Do you have any predictions, Fish? I'm going to have to say Baynock for the way he came through in that last game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Baynock, and I also, just checking my notes, I want to give a shout-out to Toaster Doggo. I mean, he was incredible in that series for San Jose State, so, I mean, I don't think he'll get it just because it's a Boise State production, but I do want to give a shout-out to him, but I agree. I think Baynock would be an excellent choice.
Well, here you see the player of the game coming through. The ICCU player of the game is going to be Baynock. And yep, and definitely for that performance he put on in the last game, definitely a well-deserved spot.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. Came up with a couple of huge goals, scoring 2 in Game 5 to allow Boise State to be your series victors. So a great job by Boise State and Baynock, and really a great job by all 3 members of Boise. Really, you know what? A great job by everyone in this series. There's a reason it was so tightly contested. There was a reason it was so close, and just a great job by everyone. But Baynock coming home as your player of the game, scoring, looks like 5 goals by my count. That is incredible.
Yeah, especially my favorite goal had to be the one where he got demos back to back. You know, you had to think about It's Johnny gets demoed. He has to think It's Johnny gets demoed. Yeah, right there. It's Johnny gets demoed. That allows Baynock to drive it up the field. It's Johnny respawns, rushes in to try to save it, only to get demoed again for that goal. Probably one of my favorite goals to see. And now, that is going to do it for this player of the game, brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Baynock is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. For Game 3, that is, of this Rocket League marathon that we have right now tonight, Fish. And it is not going to really stop anytime soon, because we have got a new game coming up versus Oklahoma. Fish, what have you got to tell us?
Well, Boise State and Oklahoma have a very storied history, not just on the Rocket League pitch, at least not yet, but these two teams definitely know each other very well on the football field. Of course, everyone remembers the 2007 Fiesta Bowl. Between these two teams, Oklahoma as the favorite and really the coming out party for the Boise State football team. You had all of it. You had a double lateral. You had the Statue of Liberty. Probably the greatest overtime and last play of a college football series you will ever see. If you have not seen it, just type in on YouTube 2007 Fiesta Bowl highlights. You will not be disappointed. So I'm excited. I would not be shocked if there's a ton of demos. I have seen a ton of Oklahoma fans still to this day that just get visibly disgusted hearing the name Boise State because of what happened to them. So I would not be shocked to see a ton of bad blood, a ton of demos. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so glad these teams get a meet on Rocket League. Just another different sport, if you will, that these two teams going to have a great rivalry in.
Yeah, that one particular game in the Fiesta Bowl kind of holds an interesting place in my history in relationship to Boise, because that was the year I moved here. So everyone was still kind of joyous about that amazing comeback. There were people who were still talking about who left the game, you know, because there was like a few minutes left. There was no chance the Broncos could come back. And so they left the game, drove home to Boise, and went to bed for the night thinking they had lost. And then they wake up and see in the papers, Broncos win the Fiesta Bowl. So I also have to say, Fish, you mentioning the Statue of Liberty play, whether it's in football or the Overwatch play, any play that turns out being named Statue of Liberty turns out to be my favorite place to watch.
Yeah, Boise State has an excellent history of Statue of Liberty. Because, I mean, you know what? You're in quarantine. We know you can't go anywhere. At least I hope you're not going anywhere. As soon as we're done tonight, just go to YouTube, 2007 Fiesta Bowl full game. Just watch the whole thing because it is incredible. Don't do it now, though. Make sure you stay tuned for this. But I know you're stuck at home, so you want to make sure you do that. I'm being told there is a better suggestion, though. All right, hold on. He's got to come up with a master plan.
Because a master plan. Well, I will tell you another thing that connects the Fiesta Bowl to this esports tournament. One of the first promos we ran here at Boise State was a bit of playful taunting to University of Oklahoma, Oklahoma University, excuse me, that really kind of taunted them. And Doc is here to tell us a little bit about that kind of ad that we ran at the beginning of our program.
Well, at the beginning of our program, just kind of getting ramped up, we needed to give people the excitement of esports. And not long after we announced, University of Oklahoma announced, and so we decided we would give them a simple welcome video that we could throw out on social media. And here's what it looked like. Nope, wrong one. Of course. Coming back to you. Give me just a second. Hit the wrong button.
We've all been in that position. We've all been in that position. So I really can't blame. We do see in the chat some members who are watching on the East Coast, it looks like, because it's 11:30 where they are. So thank you for supporting the Broncos and watching this stream as it's getting a little bit late into the night. And for the viewer count is up to 1,600 fish now watching the Broncos. So definitely a growing audience throughout the night.
Here we go.
You know, I would say if there's one side of quarantine, it's that people are watching.
See, it was nice. It was just this nice little welcome.
Boise State out of the huddle, trailing 42-41, going for a 2-point conversion from the 3-yard line. And it's a fake play. They're going to score! Ian Johnson! They rolled the ball to Ian Johnson, and he scored! And the Broncos have won the Fiesta Bowl! Can you believe it?
You know, I think for Oklahoma fans, it is always going to be too soon. So
I think you're
I don't think it's ever going to be.
They're never going to get over that. And it's always fun to see, too, Jim. You can't help but get chills down your spine as you watch Ian Johnson launch that football into the next dimension as Boise State has won the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, but now this could be the revenge now for Oklahoma, who now gets to meet Boise State in Rocket League. There's it's not just this particular game, but there is respect on the line right now as two great rivals, Boise State versus Oklahoma, are going up against Rocket League this Monday night. Monday Night Rocket League, if you will. And this is going to be an exciting match. Two teams, a lot of history, and a game to play. Let's get to it. And almost a goal right there, Fish.
Yeah, almost a huge goal right off the start. As this might be the Prankster squad we were talking about there. This one looks a little bit intermingled as it's Baynock, Cosmobuster, and Ace Pocket playing for the side of Boise State. Right now, Ace Pocket going to corral that one, try and get a centering shot, but a huge clear going to come out from Oklahoma. Cosmobuster can't stop Chris from playing that ball down into the corner. And Boise State now has to be back on the defensive. Baynock with a great save, but a nice knock out of the way. I think that was who hit Cosmobuster out of the way, and Sprue going to drive it home for an early Oklahoma lead. That's some of that bad blood we're talking about.
Yeah, it definitely is. I do have to hand it to Oklahoma. I love the gamer tag that's just simply, because now every time we call the action, it's going to seem like we might have been distracted or might have just had our brains tune out for a second. Even though we're calling the action, it's going to sound like we're confused every time we call on him. Right now, the Broncos don't look like they're too confused as they've been able to get some sort of side control here. But now is going to be able to get the clear over toward Bronco territory. And now they're going to try to keep the side control going off into the corner, trying to find a centering pass. Baynock clears it. It gets pushed back toward the Bronco goal, and it is going to get scored again. Chris is going to be credited with that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a misplay there by Ace Pocket. He wasn't able to corral it, and he was the last line of defense, but a great shot by Chris to give Oklahoma an early 2-0 lead. 50-50 ball going to go bouncing off the wall. Chris going to corral that one down into the corner. Ace Pocket, though, is able to recover it, puts it over to Baynock. Cosmobuster leading the way. Unfortunately, not enough boost for Ace Pocket, but Chris took a shot at his own goal and turn it away. Boise State now trying to recover the side control here. Chris, though, going to play an excellent ball off the ceiling. Cosmobuster is there. Ace Pocket able to try and pull it off the wall, but a great job by able to corral it in front of the Bronco net. Baynock and Sprue going to run into each other. Ace Pocket barely stealing that full corner boost. Cosmobuster and Chris down in the corner. Two of the longest names you'll see in Rocket League. Baynock's shot just turned away by the crossbar. Ace Pocket can't quite get the follow-up either. And now Boise State has to be wary of a great counterattack by the Sooners. Chris now down there in the corner, has two members of Boise State around him. Sprue going to get knocked out of the way by Baynock, but right back on top of him is Baynock can't quite get the full clear.
I'm sorry, Fish. I'm going to be laughing every time we say that because it just sounds so ludicrous calling out that name. It's a great name. One of my new favorite gamer tag right now. Right now, the Broncos have definitely been trying to set up some shots on goal, and they have had some, but Oklahoma hasn't allowed any to go through until then, where Ace Pocket is going to come through. You can see right here is going to kind of do his own assists here. Actually, no. Yes, it was Baynock who set that up for him off the wall, and then Ace Pocket coming in on the rotation. That's something that the Broncos really excel at. and now they are back in this game.
And a great pass to Ace Pocket. Oh, this crossbar turned it away. That's what Boise State is known for sometimes, is these huge passes. Baynock and Chris, the ball bouncing in front of it. Ace Pocket wants the follow. What a shot! He took the dunk instead of the shot on goal. My goodness, Ace Pocket. These men have families, and you just embarrassed them right there.
My goodness, is there any better explanation or demonstration of why this is such a storied rivalry of Boise State and Oklahoma, the Broncos versus the Sooners? And this match is certainly starting to live up to everything we were hyping it to be, because we are seeing some crazy plays thus far. The Broncos are able to push it over toward the orange goal, but here it comes up in the air. He's going to push it down in the center of the field. Now the Broncos looking for, here comes Ace Pocket there, pushing it towards the goal, right off the crossbar. Ghostbuster came rushing in there, but the Sooners got to it before he could. Now the chase begins as it heads back toward Broncos goal. Ace Pocket there is able to push it over to Baynock. Now it heads back to the corner. Ace Pocket again. Now over to, he's going to try to play it around the corner. This comes in, and a great play by Cosmo Buster.
Boise State able to get the side control though. Ace Pocket and Chris. That ball's going to go back in the net. That's so unfortunate. Ace Pocket gets the hat trick, but that's so unfortunate. Chris going to actually sort of rebound that into his own net. You hate to see it unless you're a Bronco fan, and then you love to see it.
Alrighty. We are moving into the next 50-50. The Broncos now have a lead. They were down 2 toward the beginning of the game, but now they have turned that into 3 goals to push them into a narrow lead. There is about 90 seconds left on the clock now. Ghostbuster's going to push it, try to push it around Chris here, but comes right in there. Is going to try to get a clear look at Ace Pocket, though, flying through the air with the pass over to Baynock. Now Ace Pocket has to again. Gospel Buster comes in, trying to center it up. The ball goes high off to the other corner where Baynock is waiting, but Gospel Buster's going to rush in. Baynock picks up the boost and heads back into the field toward Broncos' goal to play a bit of defense with Ace Pocket.
Yeah, Boise State trying to maintain side control, at least trying to maintain this 1-goal lead. 1 minute left on the clock. Cosmo gets the clear, but also gets demoed, allowing him to get a shot on goal, but it is going to be turned away by Boise State. Chris now up in the corner. Ball goes off the ceiling. Sprue not quite able to beat Cosmo Buster to the ball, and Boise State stays alive. Baynock dribbles it over. Cosmo Buster barely get a touch. Nice shot over to Baynock. Shot on goal, turned away by Chris and the crossbar. And a demolition's going to come out, but so will one on to Chris. A very bad-blooded rivalry, as we talked about in the open. Boise State now has to recover. What a play by Sprue! That was a great redirect to tie this game.
Oh boy, Fish. This is what we have been talking about with this rivalry. Tied 3-3. 30 seconds left. It could go to overtime, but if one team were to score a goal here, almost cement a victory, and is going to be able to score it. You know what? I was thinking the clock was going to run out a little bit more before a goal was scored, but I wouldn't say that cements victory, because 27 seconds is certainly enough time for the Broncos to come back and score a goal of their own.
Yeah, crazy things happen off the 50-50, so we'll see if Boise State can have some of their own madness. For now, it'll go over to the side. Sprue able to put it right back over to Ace Pocket, who tries to clear it over a charging Chris, though, able to get the clear down. Cosmo Buster is there, and now Boise State's going to need to find a quick shot on goal. Ball bounces off the top of the crossbar. Baynock gets a save, but Sprue is right there, able to play it over Baynock. Now time ticking down on Boise State. They might get one final shot and trying to keep the ball in the air, but a great interception on that pass by Chris means the zeros are on the clock, and Oklahoma is going to be your Game 1 winner.
You are watching Boise State versus Oklahoma, two teams with a lot of history and bad blood between them, battling it out this Monday night in Rocket League, with Oklahoma getting the first victory there. And that was insane, because the Broncos had the lead 3-2. Well, actually, a full recap of the match. Oklahoma opened up an early lead, 2-0, and the Broncos came back with 3 goals in a row to make it 3-2. And then the Sooners got 2 goals of their own to make it 3-4 with them winning. So anything can happen. That was an insane first game.
Yeah, that was an insane first game. I hope that means that this Rocket League series is going to be as crazy as the Fiesta Bowl, and hopefully for Boise State fans, the Broncos get the same result. But it is just something to watch out for. We talked about it when we had sort of teased the idea of an inner squad for Boise State. It just communication. I mean, sometimes teams might have different call-outs. You might not be used to playing with each other, with Ace Puck it being in for Tacky-Doo there. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how Boise State can come back in this series, because Oklahoma, they're proving to be a menace on the Rocket League field.
To all of the 1,600 watching right now, we encourage you to get involved, not just by engaging in the Twitch chat, but also subscribing to the Boise State Esports page, which you can do with an Amazon Prime subscription, which gives you a Twitch Prime subscription, or just a straight subscription. You can type in #, free sub in the chat to get more information on how you can support Boise State Esports. Right now, they're giving us a great show, as this is a great match thus far of Boise State versus Oklahoma. The Sooners are going to push it into Bronco territory, where Cosbuster's waiting on the wall, tries to clear it as Baynock comes rushing in. The ball is going to be cleared off to the corner, and now it goes right toward the Bronco goal. In comes Cosbuster. Look out for the follow-up by coming through here, and it's another shot missed by Chris there, allowing Cosbuster to come in and try to get a clear with Baynock.
Baynock not quite able to dribble that ball into the net. We are going to see a centering pass from Ace Pocket. Cosbuster can just recenter the ball for Baynock, whose shot's going to go a little bit high, but there's Ace Pocket able to capitalize, drives it home, and Boise State takes a lead in game 2.
A great goal to be sure, but just the first of many, because I expect many more goals to be scored this game, and not all of them by the Broncos, because these two teams are both performing at insane levels right now. 50-50 is going to head off toward the Broncos, where Ace Pocket is waiting. It's it high up into the air with Baynock off the wall, centers the shot, where it gets cleared off by the Sooners over in front of the Broncos goal, and Baynock with a great divert there off to the side. Chris now is going to ground the ball over to where is trying to get the centering shot. Cosmo Buster gets the save, and now the Boise State Broncos pass it to each other up the field, setting it up for hopefully another goal.
Ball bounces just off the top of the goal and just a little bit too high for Ace Pocket. He is able to steal that Sooners corner boost, though. We'll see if that comes into play. Boise State able to turn that one away. Baynock and Chris go up for the ball. Cosmobuster comes racing down, gets tangled up. It's a quick advantage for Boise State, but Sprue able to get back just in time to turn that one away. Ace Pocket going to try chasing him down for the ball. Ball just sort of dies in the corner. Unfortunately, Cosmobuster did run in to Ace Pocket, but it allowed him to get the ball. Now Ace Pocket comes charging in. Ball goes in front of the Sooner net. Nobody back, but Chris is in there to corral it. Now he's going to play it over Cosmobuster. Baynock racing back, able to stop it on a one-hopper. Sprue, though, setting it up. Shot on goal. Huge demo onto Ace Pocket. Ball just goes to the right, though. Cosmobuster able to try and get it clear. Chris, though, with another shot. Just bounces right over it. Ace Pocket with a dangerous save right in front of his own net. And the ball's able to be pushed up in the air by Baynock. Right now, Ace Pocket out of boost. Needs to find some of that boost to be able to make some better saves. Unfortunately for him, Boise State just cannot get the ball out of their own half. Cosmobuster's clear, going to be intercepted by Hume and Baynock running into each other in the corner. Cosmobuster waiting for Hume to commit to the ball. Finally does, and a demo goes out, but Boise State able to get it clear. And now the Broncos should have some breathing room.
I don't know how much breathing room they can have, Fish, because the Sooners, you cannot count them out. When you think Boise State is in the clear, some unexpected goals can come through one after the other to completely flip the game on its head. That can definitely happen with the Broncos only had one goal. Now a no-goal lead is going to come through for the Sooners. Look at this right here. A pass off to Chris, who sets it right up for, and Baynock just left stumbling around in the goal, not able to save.
Back to a tie game. These two teams are very, very close in skill, and right now Boise State trying to break this tie. Cosmobuster up to 50-50 all the way down in the corner, but Chris is able to corral it. A demo's going to come out, and that opens up a hole. Ace Pocket has been the man of the match. All 5 goals for the Broncos, and that's going to give them a 2-1 lead.
You know, that's a really great credit to Ace Pocket, but Fish, do you think what do you think that is when it says only one player is scoring? Do you think that's a good sign or a bad sign for a team if one player is scoring all the goals?
If you're winning, it's a great sign, Jam Mountain. And for Boise State, I think that just means he's the right spot in the rotation at the right time. Almost makes it another, but Cosmobuster can't get the follow-up. Baynock wants to keep it alive. Ball careening in front of the net. A demo is going to come out onto but a great clear. A double commit though by Cosmobuster and Ace Pocket. Baynock able to keep it alive. Cosmobuster is there. Shot on goal, going to be turned away by but Ace Pocket able to keep that ball alive as well. Chris finally able to get the clear. Baynock though sends it all the way over into the corner, but Oklahoma will have a chance.
And now Boise State is left playing defense right now as tries to set it up for his teammates right now, who come rushing in. Ball over to the other corner where Ace Pocket rushes in, unable to get the clear. Baynock up on the wall around the corner. Now might finally be able to get the clear. Flicks it up into the air towards the goal where Baynock is. But Sprue comes right in there, credited with the save and clears it way back toward the Broncos' goal. Now Cosmobuster up the wall, passed over to Ace Pocket, gets intercepted by Chris, who pushes it over to the other side of the field. But look out for another shot on goal here coming through, and Ace Pocket tried to drive it in there, but was just a little bit too late, unable to find the goal.
Boise State still has side control, but the Broncos want to be careful and make sure they don't allow another late goal like they did in game one. Cosmobuster able to corral an Ace Pocket, going to get the full quarter boost. Chris, though, going to put a great shot on goal. Huge save by Ace Pocket on Demo's going to come out, so the Broncos are in a 2-on-3. Follow up on an open net. What a save by Cosmobuster to keep Boise State in it. Huge play by Cosmobuster. Now the Broncos might be able to turn it around, but a great shot on goal. Baynock with a huge save. Boise State's defense coming in clutch right now, keeping the Broncos ahead in this game. Another shot on goal. Ace Pocket says, you know what? Let's all just have amazing saves in the last 30 seconds to keep Boise State alive. 3 men are going to miss on the ball as we have 10 seconds left. And Baynock add to the lead. Chris there back with the ball down in the corner. Cosmobuster able to steal it away from him. 2 seconds left. Ace Pocket, though, keeps it alive off the back wall, touches the ground. My goodness, the Pranksters, the State Dodo Pranksters, able to survive. It is Boise State, Oklahoma. I don't need to explain why these teams hate each other. If you don't know, just Google 2007 Fiesta Bowl when this is all wrapped up, and you'll learn a lot in a little amount of time. But my goodness, Gem Mountain, every member of Boise State with an epic save in the last 30 seconds to keep Boise State ahead.
My goodness, I must say that's a lot of cowbells in chat right there. Definitely some teams, and welcome to Bomber King 401 and Denver Yeti for joining us in the chat. Definitely giving the Broncos a lot of love. And like I said, this is a true rivalry matchup that we're seeing. One win for each team. We're at least going to a Game 4, possibly a Game 5 if the past performances have been anything to say about it. This is definitely a match that you're not going to want to miss. You're going to want to see the next 2 games, maybe the next 3 games to see who comes out on top here.
Yeah, and this has just been a crazy night of Rocket League. As Notkoba mentioned in the chat there, not a single series has gone 3-0. We've at least seen a Game 4 in every single match. We'll see one here with the series tied at 1. And just an incredible performance by Ace Pocket, scoring a ton of goals for Boise State. We are going to have to rebuild the lobby here, so it takes us just a little bit. But my goodness, Gem Mountain, this has been incredible for Boise State and for Oklahoma. I mean, 2 programs that started esports around the same time, and they are both showing just extreme amounts of growth in a little bit of time.
Yeah, it really is amazing to see kind of the evolution over time as these esports programs have become kind of more mainstream and a lot more competitive too. It's gone from a thing of, putting up posters around campus saying, hey, you want to try out for esports, please join us. And of course, we want all students to be interested and try out and get the word out there. But also now we're starting to see, hey, we're bringing in this student who we specifically recruited because he's top 500 NA. And we want him on our team. So just seeing the advancement to that sort of stage already in a few years for the esports program spells a lot more exciting matches to come up in the future. And an exciting match this one is turning out to be, Fish.
Yeah, this has been a great match here as we head into Game 3. Baynock with a great shot on goal, but Chris might have a huge clear. Demo going to come out onto whom? Chris going to try and follow it up. Ace Pocket, though, is there to turn it away. Baynock going to pop the ball over Sprue, whom the shot's going to go just a little bit high. Then he's going to come down for a flying dunk. My goodness, Chris came out of nowhere. But Baynock able to play it over Sprue, but the Sooners having excellent side control to start this matchup. Finally, a clear comes out for Boise State, but immediately intercepted. Ace Pocket able to get a pass over to Baynock. Ball ricocheting all over the place, and Boise State has to retreat.
They have to retreat, but not for long, as they are now putting some shots on goal onto Oklahoma. Baynock credited with one, so now Chris comes up the wall trying to get the clear. Looks like he is going to be able to get it, but not if Baynock is going to come in and push it right back towards the Sooners' goal, where is waiting to try to get his own clear. A great play there by the Broncos, going to send it to the other side of the field. Chris now coming in, disrupted by Ace Pocket, ball high up in the air. Baynock now with a pass downfield. Is there again. That man is wherever you want him for the Sooners, playing great defense for them. And now Chris is going to try to set it up for a goal. Baynock with a great save there. And another shot on goal. Ace Pocket coming through with the save as well. Fish, these Broncos, they cannot rest for a second, because the Sooners, just like that, are going to keep shooting until they get their goal.
Yeah, we've talked about it all night, Jim Mountain. When you're the team on defense, it's just impossible to sometimes turn away all of those shots. So for Boise State, they made two great saves, but a third follow-up there for Boise State. 50-50 ball going to go down towards Ace Pocket in perfect position. Tries to pass it down to Baynock, but that ball just going to be stolen away by Sprue. Ace Pocket Cosmos are going to drive under that ball. Ace Pocket will get demoed by Boom, though, with a great shot on goal. What a play by the Sooners. Another one of those cross-field passes puts them up 2-0.
Yeah, but just not that. It's the teamwork there of the communication between Chris and who saw the shot being set up for him. And he immediately hopped in the air, popped it off his roof, and down into the goal. 50-50 heading off to the side. Sprue is going to play it around the corner, trying to set it up. And Chris with another shot on goal towards Baynock with the follow-up over to the corner. And these Sooners are certainly out for victory right now, Fish.
Yeah, and a huge shot on goal across the field by Chris, barely turned away by Ace Pocket. Boom's ball going to go ricocheting off the crossbar. Chris, though, is there, and Oklahoma is out to an early 3-0 lead here in Game 2.
Yeah, but I would say, Fish, it's not the first time Oklahoma has been out to an early lead. We certainly know what can happen to those at the very last moment between these two teams. So you can't count the Broncos out, because there are definitely comebacks to be staged. Right now, Cosbuster is going to pass it over to Baynock in the field, off to the corner. In comes Chris, is able to get a nice clear back over toward the Broncos' goal. Cosbuster around the wall, around the corner, up the wall, trying to get the clear. In comes Ace Pocket for the follow-up. The ball is going to get grounded, and for all that work, it is still in Bronco territory. They need to clear this now, Fish. And off to the goal where they get saved. My goodness, Fish, this is insane what the Sooners are doing.
Yeah, the Sooners have just been putting shot on the Bronco goal, and those have been going in. Boise State now has to turn that around in the last 2.5 minutes. But once again, side control easily ripped away from Boise State. Chris going to corral this one in the corner. Ace Pocket, though, going to put a clear down, play it off the corner wall, tries to follow up his own rebound. He's going to put it in. Boise State has life, and it's 3-1.
It's like I said, Oklahoma can have a history of getting early leads, only for the Broncos to catch them off guard. So hopefully that trend can continue here, but maybe Oklahoma will be able to get a bit of righteous payback too if they can score some goals and turn the momentum around. But right now, the Broncos are going to go on this goal. Baynock sees his opportunity, but is just going to come right in and get the clear. Cosbuster keeps it in, and my goodness, talk about disrespect there. A huge shove toward Ace Pocket. Bad blood between these teams and a fierce match, Finn.
Yeah, Boise State trying to maintain some side control, but a great job by Sprue dribbling it in the air, plays it over Cosmobuster. Baynock, though, is back perfectly. Cosmobuster there for the give and go. Can Baynock elevate for it? It's just going to go a little bit high, unfortunately. Ace Pocket, though, is there. Going to corral that ball right in front of the Sooners' net. Going to hit it once again, trying to set Boise State up. Unfortunately, a great defensive play by Sprue is going to clear it down. Cosmobuster able to just disrupt that dribble. Going to try and put another pressure on, but Chris is there. Cosmobuster racing up. He's going to put a shot on a wide open net. Baynock's going to help him out, and Boise State's right back in this thing.
Wow. Wow. Could the Broncos actually pull it off? And now, when you really think about it, ball control in Rocket League is a lot like credit. If you don't have it, you can't get more of it. So it definitely is crucial not only the ball control, but the side control. Just basically which team is in control right now. And with the Broncos having all the momentum behind them, scoring 2 goals and only 1 minute left, they might be able to do it, Fish. Baynock now is going to try to set it up. Here comes Ace Pocket just off the corner. It's so close, and the Broncos keep following it up, but not able to find it there. 40 seconds left.
Yeah, they are going to have to make a huge save by Baynock. Demo's going to come out onto Sprue. This might be the Broncos' opportunity. Who's going to corral it in the corner? Double commit by the Sooners. Unfortunately for the Broncos, Ace Pocket needs boost. There it is, the full mid boost, able to get it clear on right in front of the net. Is anyone there for Boise State? No, they're not. He's going to put a back pass over to Baynock. Unfortunately, Baynock was just a little bit too far behind. Boise State knows they can't allow a goal in this situation. Ace Pocket going to try and dribble it forward. Buster's there! What a save by Christo! Boise State still alive, but that demo on Ace Pocket's going to be huge. He's going to respawn with 2 seconds left. Get the boost. The ball stays alive for just a second. Ace Pocket can't quite get there, though. Boise State can't complete the comeback this time, but there's still games left in the series as Oklahoma gets that 3-2. You are watching Boise State versus Oklahoma in Rocket League. It is a best of 5, and the Sooners now on match point, up 2-1. Boy, Gem Mountain, this is a very close series.
Yeah, now, Fish, allow me a moment to pontificate here, because my thoughts are Oklahoma has 2 wins here. They only need 1 to get it. They have 2 games left, and they need to win 1 to get this match. Essentially, what Boise State has to do is they have to stage a comeback now and win these last 2 games. And comebacks against Oklahoma are a very storied history, part in Bronco history. So will history repeat itself is what I have to say for this match. Because this is definitely looking and turning out to be an analog or a great example of why this rivalry between these 2 teams is so great.
Yeah, this is definitely going to go down as a fantastic series. I hope we see a Game 5, and I hope that Game 5 goes to overtime just to drive the point home. But for now, Boise State's got to find a way to win Game 4, because for all that comeback, for how close they were, this game, at least Game 3, was dominated by the Sooners to start. The first 2.5 minutes were all Oklahoma, jumping out to a 3-0 lead. So for Boise State, they've got to find a way to score early and put the pressure on the Sooners to capitalize on it. Right now, 50-50 is going to end up in Cosmo Buster's hands, and he's going to try and dribble it home. Unfortunately, Ace Pocket kind of hits him there. We've talked about this. It's an inter-squad match for Boise State, so you wonder sometimes how that communication has been between Ace Pocket and his 2 new teammates. Right now, the ball's down in the corner. Full boost does go over to Cosmo Buster. Ace Pocket, though, able to get the clear, but able to put it right in front of the net. And Boise State jam out and find themselves, unfortunately, in a familiar spot.
And I must say, I don't know if it's necessarily an odd for them, because Ace Pocket and Cosmobuster have played together on the same squad in the past semesters. It's really been this current semester that's kind of shaken things up in terms of team comps. But right now, Oklahoma doesn't really care about which team comp Boise State is using. All they know is that they want to score goals, and Chris is going to get the first run right up in the right corner. A lovely spot for the Sooners to get the early lead.
Yeah, Boise State's going to have to find a way here to tie this game rather quickly. You don't want to fall behind 2-0. Cosmobuster might have just found it. My goodness, what a shot from midfield.
Well. This has been the story all night. Look at that shot from midfield, right off the crossbar. You know, for as many times as the crossbar's been there to deny goals, that was just the right angle for the crossbar to finally help in really setting up a situation. The Broncos are going to score again. Cosmobuster off the 50-50, getting the lead again for the Broncos in just under 5 seconds. The Broncos have scored 2 back-to-back full.
Cosmobuster coming out to play, trying to force a Game 5. 2 goals in 10 seconds to give Boise State the lead, but there is still, unfortunately, a ton of time left in this match, Gem Mountain, for Oklahoma. Demo's going to come out on to Chris. Boise State sees we can convert this into an opportunity. Great job by Sprue to clear towards midfield. Cosmobuster hits it over to Chris, who had just respawned. Now we're going to see if he can try and drive the ball home. What a save by Baynock. My goodness, I don't know how he didn't get credit, but it doesn't matter. What a play. And now the ball bouncing in front of the Sooners net. Able to get the save. Boise State putting the pressure on as Chris is going to try and dribble it down to the corner, but it's going to get disrupted.
And now the Broncos keep the ball in midfield. A 1-goal lead is nice, but it is not nearly enough for the Broncos. They want to extend on that lead as Baynock presses it down. Where Ace Pocket off to the side, off the right post. Not quite what they were looking for. Ghostbusters going to try to keep the play alive. Play it around the Sooners, try to drop it into the goal, but it gets cleared off to the side. But now it gets with Baynock. Oh my goodness, they're playing so fast I can't even keep up. The Broncos are staging an amazing comeback against Oklahoma. Who'd have thought?
What air control by Baynock. He's going right, sees the ball's a little bit faster than he anticipated, immediately shifts to his left and puts that ball home to get Boise State on the lead. You will not see a better goal than that. That is just excellent tactical control of your car, but Boise State has to try and hold on here. 3 minutes left. Chris just barely able to get a touch on it. Baynock puts it a little bit in front of his own net. A huge clear comes out. Great job by Oklahoma setting some just oppressive screens, and who's going to drive it home, and we're having a game again.
Yeah, that was a completely open goal for Boise State there, which took full advantage of. Now we're a little under 3 minutes left in the match, and the Broncos, back to what I was saying, I want to see more goals from them, because 1 goal or 2 goals, it might as well be virtually tied if one team is 1 or 2 goals in the lead, based on how they've been playing thus far. Now Sprue is going to try to center it up, but the Broncos are able to get the clear with a great play and pass over to Baynock, who puts it over in the corner. Now here comes Cosbusters, going to drive around the ball. Ace Pocket comes in, doesn't get the angle that he wanted, which allows the Sooners to get a fast shot on goal, which Baynock gets the save, followed by Ace Pocket. They are being unrelenting in their shots right now. Cosbuster gets the save and some breathing room to clear it back over to Sooner territory.
Ace Pocket and Chris both going to whiff on that ball. Chris will recover. Baynock, though, has full boost, easily able to go up and get it. Can he redirect himself? Yes, he can. Can he play his own rebound? No, he'll run out of boost to do that, but what a play by Baynock. Ace Pocket get a center of the ball. Chris, though, able to drive it away. Baynock in perfect position to stop that from going in onto his own net. Cosmobuster comes racing in. Boom, just going to underplay that just a little bit. Open it up for Cosmobuster. What a save, though, by Chris. Able to turn that one away and keep us in a 1-goal game. Demo's going to come out onto who? That's an open net for Baynock. Unfortunately, just a little bit too quick. Didn't get the angle he wanted, and Boise State not able to add to their lead. But the Broncos are able to maintain side control. Baynock able to get that full midfield boost. Just able to beat Sprue to the ball. Ace Pocket comes racing in, and now Boise State has to play some defense.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate, but I can see they were up against the demo timer, but they're not up against timer here. They're going to get a very forceful shot on goal, and Bean is right in the goal, able to get the save. But you're right, Fish, the side control and shots on goal have certainly been in Boise State's side, and that is going to pay off for them eventually. But one counterattack could completely tie this match up. Right now, Boise State around the corner. Baynock trying to find the clear, but in comes is going to go up the wall, play it around Ace Pocket, center it, it goes, plays it around Cosmobuster, and what am I telling you right here? Oklahoma ties it up with 1 minute left in the match. You couldn't have written this any better for a true cliffhanger.
No, you couldn't. Boise State, unfortunately, not able to corral that, and now everything's reset. It's a tie game, and there's a minute left, but Boise State has to find a win here to force this to a Game 5. Cosmobuster not quite able to play it off the ceiling, loses control. Does launch Chris out of the play, opening up Ace Pocket and Baynock to try and get it clear. They're going to play it around who? Ball's going to go all the way back. What a shot by Baynock! You can't draw it up better than that. I don't even know if he meant to put that on goal. We'll say he did. What a clear. That is fantastic.
And now the Broncos, just 15 seconds later, find themselves in a 1-goal lead again. But this could be equalized again by the Sooners. I'm not sure, but it has been so back and forth. Baynock is going to be able to get a save there, followed by Cosmobuster. My goodness, the leg is coming through at the worst possible moment for me. But to my relief, it looks like the Broncos were able to clear this back over to Sooner territory. And every second that ticks down now is another second that makes it more likely the Broncos will win this.
Yeah, but with only 1 second left, you've got to be careful if you're Boise State overcommitting to that insurance goal. For now, they're going to keep the pressure on. Ace Pocket's going to put one shot on goal. Going to try and get a centering pass. Chris is there to put it down to his teammate. Unfortunately, Sprue's going to miss on the ball, and that might be enough for Boise State, just waiting for the ball to touch the ground. Ace Pocket and Sprue are going to bounce it around. It hits the corner, and Boise State forces a Game 5, Boise State versus Oklahoma, and it wouldn't be better, Gem Mountain, if we didn't go to a Game 5 off a Boise State comeback in Game 4. Anything can happen here. I have to assume we're going to overtime in Game 5 because that's just how things have to be between these two schools.
I want to say to the 1,800 people watching at Twitch right now, might it be a little bold, but I think I have to say it. You are watching almost Fiesta Bowl 2.0, at least in terms of Rocket League. If Rocket League had a Fiesta Bowl, I wouldn't have it any other way for this match because the Sooners were in the lead. They just needed one more win to get this whole series, and now the Broncos are staging a comeback and might be able to win in Game 5, rekindling a decade-old rivalry, bad blood between both teams who desperately want to win to prove their school proud.
Yeah, it wouldn't be any other way. This series couldn't finish any other way. We're going to Game 5. Every single match in this series has been very, very close. As someone in chat pointed out, it has been all one-goal games between these two sides. They are very, very evenly skilled. It's going to come down to just one minor margin, one misplay from either side. And like I said, Gem Mountain, I have to think we're going to overtime here. It would be too perfect.
Alrighty, this match starts out with it heading over toward Oklahoma's goal. Nice 50-50 for Boise State as Baynock comes rushing in, but things seem a little bit off, and it looks like that has to be a connection issue, which is going to keep us in suspense for just a little bit longer as we have to get that sorted out. Another look there at the arena. Some people were asking why it's so empty. That is because of current health concerns. Everyone's social distancing and isolating, leaving the arena in a state of stasis, waiting for everyone to return when things get better.
And it will be a glorious day when we're all able to return Gem Mountain. But the great thing about video games is every gamer knows you can play them from your house. You can play them by yourself. You can self-isolate without much fear. So we continue the series. We continue the games. And it has been an epic night of Rocket League. And what a better way to end it than Game 5 between Oklahoma and Boise State. This is going to be a great 5+ minutes of Rocket League.
It's the great thing about video games. You can play them by yourself, you can play them with friends, you can play them locally, you can play them online, but you can't pause an online match. I have had so many arguments with family members about that who don't get the opportunity, who don't get the concept of the pause of the online game. What we're experiencing here, I suppose, is the closest thing you could come to with the situation of pausing an online game in the state of this tournament. And as you can see, it has been nothing but Rocket League thus far as we've been going up against Concordia, Florida Southern, San Jose State, and Oklahoma now. And you also have tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday with esports action lined up. So it's a whole week right now of nothing but esports.
Yeah, and that's how we wouldn't rather have it any other way. I mean, just look at all that Rocket League. Look at all those video games we're going to be playing for the rest of the week. You definitely have to be excited for what's coming up on this Twitch channel if you're a Bronco fan, or really if you're a fan of video games in general. So you want to make sure you tune in every day because we've got something new and exciting going on. But it's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to wrap up tonight, Gem Mountain. I'd love to keep playing for hours, but my vocal cords could use a break even just for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if I could honestly take another game right now. It would certainly be exciting, but it's been going on for 3 hours now, nothing but non-stop Rocket League. I cannot believe the time has passed like that. So here we go. We can see in Twitch chat some people relating a little bit too much for the concept of not being able to pause online games. So I'm glad I have someone who can at least relate to that.
I think every gamer can relate to you that, Jim Mountain, in some sense of the way. The nice thing is, though, we will be the generation of parents, Jim Mountain, who understand that online games are not possible. So we'll hopefully give our children a little bit of leeway when it comes to that down the road. But it's going to be an exciting Game 5, as we can see people are just being eaten up by the anticipation of this. It's going to be, something crazy is going to happen here. I mean, we've seen some crazy goals already. We've seen some crazy solo play, but it's Oklahoma, Boise State. You know something that you couldn't even have imagined, something you couldn't even have dreamed of until you see it's going to happen. So I can't wait for Game 5.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, will Game 5 be a game where one team just comes out of nowhere and performs at a level even higher than what we've been seeing for a blowout? Anything is possible, and we are finally into this final game of Boise State versus Oklahoma. The pressure is on, and a goal already scored by almost just to show you that both of these teams have come to play.
Yeah, and we've seen so many early 50-50 goals by both sides. That time with a great shot leaving Ace Pocket in just an unfortunate situation where it's almost an impossible angle. So Boise State has to stage a Game 5 comeback, and we'll see if they can do it. Right now, 50-50 ball is going to go down to the Sooners, but they're going to put a shot on goal, and Chris with a great play, a teardrop right over Baynock, but Ace Pocket waiting there, able to make that save. Boise State now trying to find some semblance of side control. Sprue down in the corner, does lose the full boost. Unfortunately, Baynock, right as he gets that midfield boost, is going to be demoed, so he'll have to recoup that in some form. He's going to go up over the wall. Ace Pocket and Cosmobuster are waiting. Chris not able to corral it. Now Sprue's going to put a centering shot on, waiting for his teammates, so he'll dribble it back into his own half, just trying to reset here for the Sooners. And Boise State right now, Jim Mountain, has not been able to control this ball very long.
No, they haven't. It has been in their territory for a huge amount of time. Now this might be the turnaround here as Cosmobuster gets a demo onto Sprue that might allow the Broncos a bit more control, but not with the way is playing, is able to completely play around Ace Pocket and force the ball back toward the Broncos goal. So now Baynock is going to come in and try his luck. He now goes into the corner, up the ice, the ball, flicks it up over the Sooners, but that air play from Chris is going to keep the ball in Broncos territory. They haven't been able to get that much side control, but it doesn't matter with a goal like that. Oh my, that was so close, but Chris getting the save there.
Yeah, Demo's going to come out onto Sprue. Baynock's going to put a shot in the center. Unfortunately, Ace Pocket just wasn't quite kicking quick enough, so he's going to have to reset. Great job by Chris clearing that all the way down into the Bronco corner. Baynock playing it smartly off the wall, letting Chris over pursue. Going to play it over a couple members. Sprue just cuts him off, driving in front of Cosmobuster, but he is able to recover, put it all the way down to the corner. Only bad news for the Broncos. Cosmo has no boost. What a shot on goal by Baynock, turned away though by an excellent defensive job. Cosmobuster with the centering shot. That time it's going to be Sprue turning it away, and now with the Broncos maintaining side control, the Sooners have been all over defensively. That's an open net. Cosmobuster puts it home. A misplay by the Sooners ties us up at 1. Nobody in the back line. Everybody had committed to the ball.
That is an insane, a triple commit, I suppose you could call it, because all of them were heading in the complete opposite direction of the goal, thinking that's where the ball would go, and Boise State just does a cheeky little play behind their backs. I've never seen that before, Boise State playing behind Oklahoma's backs for an unexpected goal. So great job by the Broncos. They are back in this game, setting it up, and watch out, because Ace Pocket is going to take you into the lead.
Shout out Cosmobuster there. He's going to get a huge demo onto Sprue, take him out of the play. He was all turned around. Just an excellent dunk there by Ace Pocket. But I want to give a shout out to Cosmobuster. He did get a demo and disrupted a member of Oklahoma. So Boise State now in the lead. 50-50 ball pops up into the air. Nearly an opportunity for Sprue, but a great job by Cosmobuster settling in the goal. Now he can take advantage of Oklahoma over pursuing. We are going to see Sprue able to recover and get it cleared down. He's going to try and get a shot on goal. Actually, he'll pass it over. He thought Chris was there. Chris was back for boost, but he's going to be able to get the save. Some communication breakdown for the Sooners, but they're able to recover as they clear it down into the Broncos corner.
I mean, you have to wonder if the significance of this match is weighing on any of these players' minds, because this is looking to be a Bronco. You know what? I can't say anything. It could be a Bronco, it could be a Sooner. I'm not going to say anything because both these teams are so evenly matched, and there's no telling how this play out. Members of Twitch right now, so hopefully that can get straightened out. But right now, is going to get the demo onto Ace Pocket. Cosmo Buster still in the center of the field. A little bit of a minute left on this match. Anyone's game, as it's going to be taken in front of Boise State's goal. And here comes Cosmo Buster needing to get the clear here. They need a clear so badly, Fish.
They do. Baynock able to get that one. Ace Pocket puts it over to Cosmo Buster, who's waiting right there. You see Baynock setting up for something. Unfortunately, had to fall back. He was just a little bit faster than the ball was. And now Chris can put an excellent shot on goal. Baynock, though, in excellent position, able to turn it away. Shot on goal goes a bit high. The follow-up, though, from bouncing in front of the Bronco net, and Ace Pocket able to get another great save. He's able to play around a couple members of the Sooners. Sprue able to steal the Baynock racing down, puts it in the corner, but he's out of boost, so he'll have to fall back. A great corner boost spot, able to allow him to recoup that. Ace Pocket now passes it down to Baynock, right on top of the net. Cosmos going to put it home. Boise State has the lead with 21 seconds left.
Oh my. Oh my, is it actually happening? Is it actually happening? Oh my, the Broncos, 21 seconds left. I know anything can happen. And now 18 seconds left. My heart is beating with every second left on the clock.
All right, now he's going to go just high. Boise State surviving for now. Oklahoma's going to have one last chance at the ball, but a huge clear by Cosmbuster means the Sooners have got to go across the field. The ball in the air, they can't do it. Boise State has won in come-from-behind fashion. The Sooners go down, and Boise State and Oklahoma, what a series. We wouldn't have it any other way. I didn't get overtime like I hoped, but I got almost better than that. Boise State being victorious 3-2 in this series. My goodness, Jim Mount, we could have not ended on a better matchup.
Well, and might I just say, if we want to be comparing with the storied history between Boise State and Oklahoma, what were some of the goals that allowed Boise State to get victory there? One of them was a goal where they played it behind the Sooners' backs, just completely behind them and around them. And another goal was just a few seconds left into the game that gave them the overall victory. If that isn't a metaphor for how amazing and historically how much of a callback that was to the history between these universities, I don't know what is.
That was just a fantastic matchup. You want to make sure you follow the Boise State Twitch channel. You want to make sure you type in !free sub. See if you qualify for a free sub so you can watch all the past broadcasts. And maybe if you know someone who's going to Oklahoma, lives in Oklahoma, is thinking about attending Oklahoma, has graduated from Oklahoma, you can send them that replay and just say, hey, does this sound familiar 12 years later? Because what a series. That was just fantastic. We have a player of the game. I mean, I have to go with Ace Pocket. He scored the first 5 goals for Boise State, helping the Broncos tie this series at 1 apiece, and he had a huge goal as well late in the series. So I would go with Ace Pocket, but you could really give it to any player on any team. That's how tight this series was.
Yeah, I'll go for Cosmo because he had a couple of clutch goals there in that final match that helped the Broncos get the victory. We are going to be seeing right now who the player of the game is, whether Fish's prediction is right, whether my prediction is right, or if any of your predictions in the audience is right. The player of the game for this match of Boise State versus Oklahoma is going to be Ace Pocket. Neither of our guesses, but like you said, certainly well-deserved. Any of the members you said, Fish, deserving of the player of the game for that match.
Yeah, if my notes are right, Ace Pocket scored the first 6 goals of this series for Boise State. He kept the Broncos in it in the first 2 games. Then Cosmo Buster and Baynock took over in the end, but he added one in the 5th game as well, and that was just an incredible play there. Dunking the ball down instead of taking the straight-on shot, outplaying 2 members of Oklahoma. And really just a fantastic series all around by everybody. And you just love to see Boise State come out victorious, but you love to see these 5-game series where you just know these teams are so evenly matched.
Yeah, like you said, you were saying so many times throughout the match, I can see this going to a Game 5, and that's how it had to end. And by the way, these victories, what we've been seeing throughout this match, 1-goal victories. Neither team has allowed either to win with more than 1 goal. That's just such a testament to how exciting this match is, how skilled the players are, and how intense this rivalry between Boise State and Oklahoma is. Ace Pocket is going to be taking home the player of the game, brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Ace Pocket is your Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game.
And just a fantastic night of Rocket League, Gem Mountain. I feel bad for our production crew. Trying to put together a top 5 for tonight is going to be just incredible. It should probably be a top 50 because it's just been a great night of Rocket League. But it's been so much fun to cast. It's been so much fun to watch. As you can see there, Concordia, Florida Southern, Oklahoma, and San Jose State. Thank you all for watching it, and you want to make sure you tune in tomorrow night because it's going to be a special night. It's the NACE Directors Throwdown in Overwatch. That is going to be a lot of fun, Jim Mountain. That might even just be more fun and entertaining than anything we had tonight.
Yeah, nothing but non-stop entertainment. I love those kinds of show matches where anything can go. But I don't know about you, Fish, but personally for tonight, as soon as we sign off, I'm going to be going to YouTube and rewatching highlights from the 2007 Fiesta Bowl, because that never gets old, especially in the wake of the Boise victory that we just saw. But another message to all the people who joined us in the Twitch chat, thank you for your support, and we hope that you continue to support Boise State by following and subscribing. We are going to be ending with the top 5 plays of the game like we always do, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your critical thinking skills into real time and join one of the best teams up there, especially with everything that's been going on. The National Guard and organizations like them have been doing such great work in helping our local community. So a thank you to them for our sponsors, and we hope you enjoy these top 5 plays of the game as we close it out for tonight.
Huge passes. Baynock and Chris, the ball bouncing in front of it. Ace Pocket with the follow. What a shot! Took the dunk instead of the shot on goal. My goodness, Ace Pocket. These men have families, and you just embarrassed them right there.
My goodness. That's more of that's kind of a Jisoo kind of thing to say.
Ace Pocket now passes it down to Baynock. Right on top of the net. Cosmos are going to buy it home. Boise State has the lead with 21 seconds left.
Oh my. Oh my, is it actually happening? Is it actually happening? That they were looking for. Ghostbusters going to try to keep the play alive. Play it around the Sooners, try to drop it into the goal, but it gets cleared off to the side. But now it gets with the Baynock. Oh my goodness, they're playing so fast they can't even keep up. The Broncos are staging an amazing comeback against Oklahoma. Who'd have thought?
Does launch Chris out of the play, opening up Ace Pocket and Baynock to try and get it clear. They're going to play it around who? Ball's going to go all the way back. What a shot by Baynock! You can't draw it up better than that. I don't even know if he meant to put that on goal. We'll say he did. What a clear. That is fantastic.
Try to center it up, but the Broncos are able to get the clear with a great play and pass over to Baynock, who puts it over in the corner. Now here comes Cosbusters, going to drive around the ball. Ace Pocket comes in, doesn't get the angle that he wanted, which allows the Sooners to get a fast shot on goal, which Baynock gets the save, followed by Ace Pocket. They are being unrelenting in their shots right now.